All right, welcome in, everybody. Ireland, here we come. Let's do this. Matthew France, Thomas Robinson, Douglas, hello. Sorry about that, Doug, this morning. Dave Stragan, hello. Sean Oakman, hello. Francisco, good to see you. I'm going to take it a little slow today. I got a long day. Try not to overdo the voice. I am excited about this. The Vikings and the Steelers. Unlike Steve, who will not be in my chat today, I will not berate the Steelers. I will give them the respect and love that they deserve here today, because they are 2-1, and they are leading our division. So welcome in. Let's see if I can get this over. We don't have the right camera on here. Let me get the camera changed.
And I was thinking it was going to be a Steelers day. Then I hear Jalen Warren's out,
Jalen Warren's out. That could be a big Steeler day. Steelers are plus 2.5.
I think that
Rich Eisen is picking the Vikings.
I think Jalen Warren is going to be a factor because they need to run the football. Kenneth Gainwell has got to run the football.
Let's see who Mooch is taking.
So I'm going to take those Vikings. Skull chant that.
Taking the Vikings there, too.
Talked about it numerous times that Steelers just haven't come together to me in any one area.
Everybody's liking the Vikings. That's not good. Usually when that happens, the other team wins.
The defensive line came live last week, and Aaron Rodgers, I think he's going to air it out to DK. I am going.
Gerald's going Pittsburgh.
Okay, all right, good. Do we not have the lip because it's technically not NFL game day morning? I mean, you want to howl in it? I don't see it.
Lone wolf in it.
Okay, Joe Davis, Greg Olson,
You know they're going to go. Pittsburgh will come to play. That's one thing I'll say about their coach. He brings their team with an attitude ready to play. First quarter.
Kickoff is presented by FanDuel Sportsbook.
Steelers are picked in the first quarter. How about that? That's interesting. Steelers picked in the first quarter to go. Thank you.
Presented by Madden NFL 26. Built from NFL data, built from Sundays.
Ketchup?
It's already went there.
Oh. All right, let's get the lights on.
All customers get a profit boost every NFL game day.
Let's get the lights on.
Brandon Coley, Jablonski Auto Body LLC.
I am ready for a fun game today.
Sold to Twins naming rights.
Yeah, like stadiums do.
Also, I need to check who in MLB has a must-win today.
For glide-step, wide fit, hands-free Skechers slip-ins feel like this. With Skechers slip-ins, just step in, no bending down, no touching my shoes.
Standings, okay.
Skechers slip-ins.
So Toronto and New York are both still playing for a division. And Detroit and Cleveland are both playing for a division. Quilek, hello. Mandy Mary, hello. Welcome in.
People, they're good for squad goals and squad. People are good for these guys' cheers and these guys' cheers. Jim B, best enjoyed together. Official spirit of U.S. soccer.
Good morning. Good morning.
So much more than a great insurance company. They're also one of America's largest financial services companies, too. Just like I'm so much more than Peyton Manning.
New York.
Motivate Manning. I want everyone here to know.
Toronto playing for a division. Cleveland.
Follow your dream.
NFL quarterback.
Kind of a niche skill set, but I believe in you. For your insurance and financial.
Where's Detroit and the Red Sox? How are they not on here?
It's time to talk football. What a throw.
That's crazy.
The beast has been released. Never coming down.
Cakes, good morning. Pringle, great to see you. Welcome in.
It's all happening right here.
Welcome in. Welcome in. to the National Football League.
On NFL Network. Welcome to the NFL Dublin game, presented by Madden NFL 26. The first of the
Dublin, Ireland. It's a great place for this game to play. That would have been a fun place to go watch a game.
This place is loaded up with Pittsburgh Steelers fans. The terrible town is out in full force. They feel like
terrible towel out in full force today.
As we get ready to rock. We welcome you inside. We welcome you to a special scene here. We're so glad to have you with us, Joe Davis and Greg Olson. And Ireland in the first game, they get to watch the NFL. They get to see one of the all-time greats at quarterback. In his 21st year, his first one with the Steelers, of course, that's Aaron.
Greg Olson on the call.
That this year is going to be a little bit different because Aaron Rodgers is lined up behind center. And I think if you look around the AFC, it is the quarterback conference. If they want to get not just
all right, let me look at this again.
To go to the Super Bowl, win playoff games, they're banking on getting better on the offensive side of the ball. Of course, his number one target, they went out and acquired DK Metcalf via trade this offseason. They've got to get him going.
Yeah, Steelers have picked up some good players with Rodgers, and I know he's at the end of his career, but he's still Aaron Rodgers, Hall of Fame quarterback. And DJ Metcalf is solid.
In the NFL, Justin Jefferson, but a big deal for the Vikings today. It's not just Jefferson. Jordan Addison comes back from suspension.
Oh, Addison is back from suspension today.
Minnesota Vikings last year, right? They went 14 games. Sam Darnold.
How did I not pick up on that?
Seahawks. It was their ability to throw the ball downfield, highest completion percentage, play action pass downfield. And for as much attention as Justin Jefferson gets, he's an elite player regardless of position in this league. It's Jordan Addison that actually makes this 1-2 punch so dangerous. So Carson Wentz stepping in now, the veteran at quarterback. Kevin O'Connell gets the best out of what it seems any quarterback he plays with. This offense fits Carson Wentz and what he does.
Totally missed that.
Those two guys at wide receiver, pretty two good guys to have out there.
How great has this been? But we've been here for a couple of days. What a scene!
Walking around the city the last couple of days, it feels a little bit like the Super Bowl. You're seeing a lot of jerseys from out of town, people traveling in from different countries for the game. There's an
he's on a team there.
Dublin, Ireland, they love themselves.
Let's see if everybody got him. Let's see here. Let me check over here. Oh, let me go fix that in a second, Doug. He's on a team there.
Official count, by the way. Scott Laitman, our statistician, telling us 22 NFL teams represented with jerseys down in the crowd. Oh, man. Just about set for kick. First, we get you to the PA announcer coming from Pittsburgh.
Here's your PA announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, to sing the national anthem of the United States of America, please welcome country singer-songwriter from Louisiana and living in Westmeath, Ireland for the last 30 years, Robert Mizell. Oh, say, can you see my daughter Eli? What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets red glare, the bombers stinging there, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
May God bless all of our soldiers, those serving currently, those in the past, and their families. Welcome, Glitch. Welcome, Pringle. Welcome, Buttery Sprite. O'Connell. I got to get this fixed.
The anthem of Ireland. Please welcome Irish singer-songwriter Lyra.
And all we are in we know you have been running away. We for there's shanty on your fasta. The over we tear on the floor. And the hymns of one away, the young away from the God you must pray, free Lord of the show you for me, come
All right, here we go. Let's do this.
Park opened in 1884. It's hosted Gaelic football.
1884, this park opened?
Today,
Holy hell.
the National Football League comes to Dublin, Ireland. Down to the field we go, Jamie Erdahl.
Joe, thank you. You mentioned that roar that welcomed the Vikings to the field in Dublin, and it wasn't the good kind. The Vikings better get used to it, though. They are the road team for the next 2 weeks, something never done before in the NFL. They will play the Steelers today in Ireland and the Browns next week in London. Back-to-back regular season games to be played in Europe. Now, the Vikings agreed to just partially to avoid road games in Pittsburgh and Cleveland later in this season. They'll hit the bye after this trip, and that helps them with some injuries. They are without left guard Donovan Jackson today and Andrew Van Ginkel. Now, with more on why this day is special for the home team, here's a Hall of Famer, Pam Oliver.
Jamie, lots of awareness in terms of how much this game means to Rudy. The family worked diligently to
We're just about ready for kickoff. Hello, Summer. Yeah, I love a big dog. Pepsi. Yeah. I don't think you're trying to learn.
to be near and dear to the players. Ours is that we want to go
Thank
out
you.
there and get this
Can you take that one?
for that family. And actors for this game today include
You're not getting anything this morning.
and linebacker
James Conrad, hello, welcome in.
All right, Pam. Minnesota won the toss, deferred, and so the Steelers will get the ball to begin this game. Just their second
Well, let me
overseas.
change.
2013, they played in London against these Vikings and took the loss. The Vikings perfect all time, 4-0 in games across seas.
All right, here comes the kickoff. Pittsburgh getting it.
Along with Kenneth Gainwell.
Eric, hello, welcome in.
Ireland afternoon, a little bit gray, a little bit of sun coming through. High 50s, feels like football weather.
Does feel like football weather.
And in the first game in Ireland.
Boom! Kick is off.
High kick to be taken from
Taking it to 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Tackled at the 30, down at the 35. Edav, how are you, brother? Good to see you. I was looking for you last night when I was doing your Rangers. Hope life is good for you. All right, let's get this fixed where it's supposed to be.
So much expectation, so much hope that this streak that the Pittsburgh Steelers are on, making the playoffs.
First down and 10, Pittsburgh.
Into that upper echelon of AFC contenders, the Bills, the Ravens. It's a quarterback-driven conference. It's a quarterback-driven
shotgun formation. Trips to the right. Going to throw. Going to get sacked. Going down. Big sack to start. Wine Time Sports. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you.
Give us a chance to get into how important the pass protection is going to be. The problem is they stand on this side. They just completely void.
They totally got to him there.
To the middle of the field. And Zach Frazier, listen, they've invested. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they've invested the last couple of years in 4 offensive linemen, and they have not gotten a lot of results here early in this season.
It's a loss of 8 on the first play.
Second down and 18. Play action. Look at the throw.
It's a screen dumped off to Kenneth Gainwell.
Drop to Gainwell. Short gain, 5 or 6. Third down coming up.
There's a lot of things that have gone wrong with the Steelers team so far offensively. The offensive line continues to be a problem, and anything that they want to do, leveraging these big weapons they got, if they don't get better protection,
oh my God, no! You were where you needed to be, brother. Way more important. Prayers to your son, my friend. Absolutely. Sorry about that. I had no idea, my man. Third down and long. Third and long. Pressure coming. Rodgers steps up, dumps it underneath. No gain. Fourth down. Ryan Rowe, good morning, buddy. We're going to try to get up to 700 today on the subscriber count. That's our goal for the day, 700.
This ain't going to be easy.
Yeah, we saw it on the first play of the game.
Todd Brady, good to see you, buddy. How are you?
Talking about, all right, 5 guys at the line of scrimmage, 6 guys.
Ali, good to see you, my friend.
For the offensive line.
Here's the punt. Boom, it's off. Taking it to 15, 20, 25, out to the 27. Out to the 27.
Goes down with the ankle injury.
Carson Wentz out to lead the team.
A lot of the things that Carson Wentz has done well, the things he's had success with throughout his career, a lot of it aligns with this Kevin O'Connell system. He's a very good play-action quarterback. He can align under center, and he's got that big arm, Joe, to push the ball downfield to Justin Jefferson. And
Alex Miller, hello.
Jordan Addison, the other half of one of the best wide receiver duos in the league.
Vikings coming off a roll in Cincinnati.
All right, here come the Vikings. Look at the throw. Underneath, caught. Jefferson, gain of 7 or 8.
Working against Darius Slay. We talk about these skill guys, but how about Christian Darrisaw's return at left tackle last week made a big difference.
Yeah, he changes everything in their protections because what allows them to do now, Brian O'Neill.
Yeah, prayers in the chat for Edo. Absolutely.
TJ Watt is primarily going to line up on the defense's left-hand side, so on that right tackle O'Neill and being one on the left side is certainly
Under center, single back.
On first down, it is Jordan Mason.
Mason, solid run. First down. What's up, Edgar?
Pittsburgh defense came in with huge expectations. It's not been very good so far. Now, last week, as they often have under Mike Tomlin, they made up for it. 5 takeaways.
Yeah, and I think that's the key, right? This is
first down and 10.
They want sacks. They want strip sacks. They want fumbles, takeaways. They have to get better in between those splash plays. Can they be good on a play-in, play-out basis? That's going to be the key as the rest of the season unfolds.
The Steelers defense gets to Sean Elliott back.
Play action again. Underneath, caught.
2 catches on the first.
Jefferson. Second down and 1.
The guy that's had more yards than anybody in NFL history over his first 5 years gets 9 more here. The Vikings coming off that 48-10 win against
Warriors guy, welcome in. Go Steelers, he says.
for that 14 of 20 performance last week.
My morning cough is driving me nuts. Under center, single back set again. Mason, round the outside, first down, just shy of midfield.
Jones goes down, and Mason gets his first start, runs for 116 and 2 touchdowns. And this is what he did in San Francisco as well. Early on last year, they didn't have Christian McCaffrey. He had a bunch of 100-yard performances. That included one against the Vikings where he made a big impression. They had their eyes on him, and they said, look, here's a really good player who's stuck behind an elite player. Let's see if we can get him. Right away, making impact for Minnesota. Vikings on the move, first drive.
Play action again.
Got it away to Mason. Jordan Mason for 6. So it's kind of hard to know, Greg, through a few weeks how to.
Second down and 4.
Offense. He had the first couple weeks. J.J. McCarthy trying to get his footing. He had the injuries last week. A couple defensive touchdowns. One thing we know is that Kevin O'Connell's going to get the most out of whoever his.
It could be interesting here. We'll see.
You're going around the league. A lot of really good candidates. I think if I had my pick, you gave me the first-round draft pick, I might pick Kevin O'Connell as my head coach if I could start fresh.
Play action. Mason. Flip to him. First down. Fumble. Ramsey down the sideline. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Great job there by Jalen Ramsey, just continuing to play through it. And Chuck Clark, the safety of the Steelers, is the one that was able to
Wow.
loose. And it's what they do. It's what they do. I mean, it never looks perfect. It never looks pretty, but these are the best 2 defenses in the NFL taking the ball away, and we got our first one of the game.
Wow, and he does the gritty. He does his own Justin Jefferson. This is what they do. This is what they have to do. Jalen Ramsey returns this one 60 yards for a touchdown. And the Steelers are on the board first, continuing what they did against New England last week. But they got outgained by 160 yards and still won the game.
Wow. Matt Thompson, good morning.
And they're taking a look at this to confirm that everything.
They're taking a look to verify it.
Ball was out, that he was in bounds when it came out, and that Ramsey stayed in bounds the whole way.
Yeah, let's take a look here. So here's Chuck Clark, 21 of the Steelers. After reviewing the play, the laser from behind touch out of bounds.
Take it off the board. Touched out of bounds. There was a fumble. Goes back to Minnesota ball. Pittsburgh Steelers lose it.
Any player deemed out of bounds, it's immediately dead. So take a look here.
We got a timeout on the field.
Mike Pereira, so as soon as he touches that ball, it's dead, huh?
Right, and he touches it before Ramsey touches the ball. So since any part of his body is out of bounds, then that makes a loose ball out of that.
Minnesota ball.
Which goes back to the spot of the fumble. And they retain Minnesota retains the ball.
Man, oh man.
I mean, you talk about catching a break there if you're the Minnesota Vikings. You know, something we've talked about all week, Joe, is when you're playing both of these teams, when they win the turnover battle, they're virtually unbeatable. And, man, just an early break. Jordan Mason got away with one there.
These are 2 of the most opportunistic teams in the NFL. They're 2 and 3 in takeaways. They're 1 and 2 in points off.
Reset the game clock, 9:42.
After the celebration, and then it is overturned. They just out of bounds, and it's a touchdown for the Steelers. It's a first down for the Vikings. You get the new football fans here in Ireland saying, wait a minute, I'd studied a touchdown.
First down for the Vikings, and hey, they might have also lost Ramsey. Quick throw underneath. There's Jefferson again.
And this is exactly what you want to see out of Carson Wentz. Just trust the route. It's a little inside post against two high safeties by Justin Jefferson. That ball is thrown well before Justin Jefferson's head even comes around. That's the anticipation, the pure progression style system that Kevin O'Connell has built here in Minnesota that is so quarterback friendly.
Under center, single back set. Handoff again. Mason up the middle. Down to like the 13. Welcome in, Jordan. Good to see you guys in here. If you're brand new, hit that subscribe today. We're working on getting up to 700. We're not that way far away from 40,000. We've got 3 games on the channel today.
He said what he's been doing with Carson Wentz over the last couple of weeks is I go back and I find concepts that we run here that he's had a lot of success with, and I show him doing it, albeit in a different uniform, and just say, listen, man, just trust what you've done in the past.
Third down and 7. Play action. Jefferson. Just short of the first down. It's going to be third down and 1, but there's a flag down.
I think he was downfield. Yeah, they're going to get a illegal man downfield here.
Illegal man downfield.
That's been one of the issues for the Vikings so far. They had 8 penalties on the offense last week.
You going to do the Lions game? No, I'm not doing the Lions game today.
The time screens are just so critical.
Second down and 7 now. Second down and 7.
Yes, take a look right here. He's the right guard.
Not doing the Lions today. Doing the Eagles Tampa Bay game at 1, and then the 8 o'clock game. I don't know who the 8 o'clock game is. I can't remember. If the Lions are the 8 o'clock game, then I would. Second down and 12. Second and 12. Throws. Jefferson again. Third down and about 9. Third down and 9. Third down coming up. Third down.
He's already matched his total receptions from last week on this first drive.
And I think one of the biggest things, aside from just sharing some of the coverage, kind of responsibility.
Anybody new in here for the first time ever on our channel?
Justin Jefferson's his balls here early as an inside receiver, and Jordan Addison as an outside receiver that can use
7:08. 7:08 on the clock. Looking to throw. Oh my God, he got hammered. He didn't even see it coming. Big sack. Yeah, that was pretty impressive, Ito. They were crushing it there. Field goal for Minnesota here.
Brian O'Neal, the right tackle. But take a look here in the middle of the field. Justin Jefferson, they drop him in coverage. He was in a tight bunch. You can see from his reaction, he was wide open. If Carson Wentz sees him, he might walk in there for 6.
Field goal's good. Packers and the Cowboys at 8 o'clock. Okay.
The extra point on the field goal.
There's an injured Viking on the play. We're glad you're here today. Hit that subscribe if you're new. We would love you to be a part of the channel. 90 plus NFL games here.
You got a log cabin with that stovepipe hat? What's the spread? Is it 4? New customers bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Plus, over $200 off NFL Sunday ticket from YouTube TV. The crown is yours.
What else did we think of the book?
Guys, it's Sunday. And on Sunday,
that doesn't look good.
Sliders.
This beats the hands off of the club.
I call it sliders.
If you are new, say hello in the chat. We'd love to welcome you in. All fans welcome on this channel. Ravens game is your light game there tonight. Yeah, you got that difference in time. Why do we have our Thursday night up here? Let me take this down. Get our Sunday up there. That's our Sunday night. I got to fix that one too.
Dude, Copilot, make us statues. Oh, come on. Make us anime style.
So glad you found our channel today, wherever you're watching from.
This Sunday, we need to get every tailgater a Pepsi to amp up the food's flavor. We usually work on Sundays. I'll cancel my plans.
Pepsi does make it taste better.
Try to give it the
Pepsi does make it taste better. Cheers.
How do we get to the cooler? It's too crowded.
One in Philly.
Works every time.
They play at 1 o'clock, Warriors guy. They play at 1 o'clock.
Justin Jefferson, most receiving yards through 5 years in NFL history. Just under 100 yards per game over his first 5 seasons.
All right, Steelers getting the ball back. 6:24 in the first remaining.
As they try to get this offense going, but focal point of that first drive. So the Vikings on the board first. A huge swing on that first drive with Ramsey's scoop and score wiped away. And then the Vikings.
All right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Tackled it to 28 and dropped there.
Rodgers and the Steelers go back to work. You see the weapons that they have. You got a Hall of Fame quarterback coming in Aaron Rodgers. They trade the DK Metcalf. They trade the Ronnie Smith. And it's like you got the pieces. It seems like these guys are still capable of doing it. I mean, Rodgers last year with the Jets still played pretty well. How much of it is just you got to give guys like a chance, throw the ball downfield?
Yeah, I think
Steelers' second possession of the game going on right here.
moving DK Metcalf around, get him more free releases. No wide receiver in the league faces
6:19 on the clock.
Use him in motion.
Under center flip on the pitch. Gainwell. Solid run, about 9. Second down and 1.
Aaron Rodgers' average completion has traveled 3 yards downfield. Now, last week he had 16 completions. 9 of them were at the line of scrimmage or behind it.
No, a big part of this is the trend around the NFL, right? Teams want to play high coverages, force you to throw everything underneath, and then rally tackle in space. But offensively, you still have to pick your opportunities.
Second down and 1. Shotgun. Rodgers trips to the right. Quick screen. Gainwell. First down. Gainwell on the block. Austin on the catch. First down.
That last play is a great example. In the huddle, that's a run, right? So it's a short yardage situation. That is a run call.
First down and 10.
Rodgers do throughout his entire career. He's one of the best at seeing, okay, I don't like the run look. I'm just going to spit this ball out to a smoke, to a screen, to a quick game. So that run.
Rodgers working from a shotgun.
The average depth of target and some of these metrics we just showed.
Phil Johnson comes into the
Empty backfield now. Empty backfield for Rodgers. Over the middle's got Metcalf for a first down across midfield.
For Metcalf this year, not as many downfield throws, but he leads the league in yards after catch.
Yeah, but again, I like moving him around. This time he's the inside number 3 receiver. A little bit harder in some of these looks to press him in there. And again, there's nobody maybe in the history of football that gets the ball out quicker or more accurately than Aaron Rodgers.
Metcalf just 10 catches the first 3 games. Nice one right there, the 43. Here's the toss.
Toss, pitch, hit right away and stopped. Short gain.
Minnesota defense forced 5 turnovers last week, had 4 sacks. They scored 2 defensive touchdowns. This is what this group does under Brian Flores.
Yeah, you can make an argument over the last couple of years.
Second down and about 7.
For Kevin O'Connell, it's one of the best units, if not the best unit in all of football.
Appreciate everybody coming in today. Say hello in the chat if you're new. All fans are welcome here. Doesn't matter what team you follow. Jump on in the chat. Rodgers in a shotgun. Looking to throw. Underneath, caught. Jonnu Smith. Short of the first down, gain of 6.
He said, yeah, like there are pieces moving all over the place, and he really loves Brian Flores, who's on his staff before he came to DC. But he said on a basic level, these guys nail the fundamentals.
Yeah, there's an illusion of complexity. But then when you try to boil it all down and you get
3rd down and 2.
they tackle, they play gap sound, they do all the basic things that they teach defenders since they're playing middle school football. Those fundamentals never change.
For the gun on 3rd.
Shotgun looking to throw. Metcalf catches it inside the 20. Gain of 17 on that one.
He's going to face it. But DK Metcalf, his time in Seattle, his go balls, his 50-50.
Metcalf is so good at those.
One of the best in the league. He's one of the more physically gifted wide receivers in all.
Proud that the Guardians got a playoff spot. Congratulations. Hey, we're trying to get up to 700 on the subscriber count today. If you're coming in new, hit it up for us and help us out.
Couple of catches on this drive and a first down from the 18. It's back to DK. Fights his way inside the 10 and makes it 1st and goal. The O-lineman strength and toughness is hereditary.
Inside the 10.
He's an offensive lineman in the NFL for 7 years.
I played with his dad, Terrence. He was my team in Chicago. And again, this one.
Thumbs down, guy. Welcome in.
Outside zone. That is just a standard first down. We're going to call outside zone. And Aaron Rodgers he likes the quick little dart inside to DK Metcalf. Better.
This is how it should look, right? You got a guy like DK.
Where are they going to mark it at is the question. They are going to mark it 1st and goal at the 7.
Continue to move around. Make the defense find them and decide how they want to manage.
3 for 32.
1st and goal. 1st and goal.
This drive alone. Now to the red zone where they've been one of the best teams in the NFL. It has been all Rodgers.
Shotgun. Rodgers going to throw. Kenneth Gainwell inside the 2.
It'll be 2nd and goal. That's the first completion for Rodgers in the red zone.
I can't believe he didn't score. I was waiting for you to say it.
All right, here it is. Rodgers prior to this, 6 for 6 in the red zone with 6 touchdowns.
It's remarkable. The second he caught it, I was thinking, if he scores, he has to, though. 7 for 7 is remarkable. I like that they went empty Rodgers over his career. Teams have studied his efficiency in the red zone.
Hold on.
They come away and say, okay, but we don't have Aaron Rodgers.
Under center, single back set. Gainwell, touchdown.
I tell you what, a lot of the questions coming in here in week 4.
Clap your hands!
Welcome in, Justin Simmerly. How you doing?
Run blocking offensive line group than it is pass protection, and they're able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Oswald's next report is
7-3 Pittsburgh. All right, we'll be right back in just a minute. Check out these people that support us. We will be right back.
Rob and Melanie Striffler by Dream Vacations is an authorized Disney vacation planner. Our travel agency's knowledge of Disney products has earned us the distinction of being named an authorized Disney vacation planner. We were given this special designation by Disney as a result of our agency's ongoing focus and commitment to planning customized, magical trips to Disney parks, Disney Cruise Line, and other Disney vacation destinations worldwide.
Hello everyone, it's Chris with Park Hopper Choppers. If you're headed down to Central Florida and you need a mobility scooter, give us a call, 407-989-9618. We can bring it right to your resort, right to the park, or right to your Airbnb, no problem. We were voted best mobility scooter rental in Central Florida by my mom. Give us a call.
The National Grocery Store.
Up and go.
7-3 early after the first quarter, just about. We got 1 minute left. So, 1 minute. In the first. If you're brand new, say hello in the chat again. This is what we do. We're going to do 3 games today. So I hope you'll consider staying around for a while, hanging out with us with all of them.
So how about we try something that's timeless?
Oh, yeah. Good call.
Morning football.
Get the all-new iPhone 17 Pro on us. Designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet. Most expensive plan not required.
Nope, I don't want that on my screen.
Tune into NFL Network early because here our stars come out of the
I think next week is Cleveland. Cleveland and Minnesota next week, I believe. Myles Garrett and the Browns. Okay. Sunday morning football, baby. Vikings and the Browns next Sunday.
Take one defender. Add a large helping of sand. Mix in some rocks.
Appreciate all of you coming in today. Anybody joining for the first time? Always like to meet new friends, see what you think of how we do it.
Bake at 122 Fahrenheit. Dress with
Take that down just a hair.
pounds of toppings. Finally, serve on a plateau.
Kickoff coming. Minnesota getting the ball back. Here comes the kickoff. Here comes the return for a touchdown. I can feel it. First one in Dublin, Ireland ever. Nope, he's going to be tackled at the 30.
What's going on there, Jamie?
So Brian O'Neill hobbled to the locker room after going down on the field goal attempt.
First down and 10. Minnesota coming back out. Carson Wentz.
Now, he backed up Christian Darrisaw when he was absent, and of course the Vikings are without the rookie left guard Donovan Jackson today. This invested offensive line can't get right in terms of injuries.
No, just when they get one guy back, they lose another. And Darrisaw back last week.
First down and 10. First and 10. Under center. Single back set. Pitch. Mason. Round the outside. Gets out to about the 32. Gain of 1. Not much there for him. I'm not sure Wentz what he was doing outside there.
This guy has made his reputation as maybe the quarterback whisperer in the NFL at this point.
Yeah, and I think he really abides by the notion that when you look around the league, he truly believes that franchises, they fail young quarterbacks more than young quarterbacks fail franchises. And I think so often guys are left for dead.
Second down and 9. Rosenfound hitting us up with some love this morning. Look at the throw. Wentz gets it off down the sideline. Caught by Addison. First down. Zay Johnson blessed by Ross. Ross, thank you for blessing me and Preston this channel this morning. We could use the love this day. It's going to be a long day for me. Thank you, Ross. Very empowering for me. Addison with a big catch. That'll be the end of the first quarter. First down and 10 at midfield for the Vikings when we return. Appreciate you, my friend. In my it's like dumb commercial. Oh, dumb commercial. O'Connell, good to see you. We've got a very long day today. I'm starting streaming at 9:30 in the morning and not going to finish until 1 a.m. That's a long day. Or like, not 1 a.m., maybe 12:30. I got to talk over this. Can't rap, but I got to cover it up.
All right.
Just trying to cover up. I don't feel like getting dinged. Do not feel like getting dinged.
How about dogs?
They brought Peyton Manning.
It's Clinton time. Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL.
I think the importance of fans and media. I draw from that industry.
Now we got to watch all the commercials.
That's what our fans are. And I think they should not change. Fan at the park at NFLshop.com.
NFLshop.com.
JBA Kia. Get 0% financing for 72 months. Right now, get 0.9% financing
on a new Sportage, or drive a new Telluride for just $3.99 a month. Plus, our prices always include freight. Enjoy a fast, easy buying experience. Start your deal online now at jdAkia.com. JDA Kia, Ritchie Highway, Glen Burnie. Your best choice so far.
Nico the Greco, welcome in. Mr. Thibodeau, hello, welcome in. Make sure I've seen everybody. Ricano, Doug, Rawson found. Debbie's here. A lot of good people in the chat this morning.
Keep the game going with Raven Scratch Offs from the Maryland Lottery. Play today. You could win up to
I don't know where my daughter is. She said she was going to 7-Eleven get me a drink, and then she's that Matthews.
With NFL Plus Premium. Get live, local, and primetime games on mobile, NFL Red Zone, NFL Network, and more. Sign up today at plus.nfl.com.
Mr. Thibodeau gifting a membership. Thank you, Mr. Thibodeau.
The second quarter here in Dublin. Joe Davis, Greg Olsen, Pam Oliver, Jamie Ergo.
Thank you for blessing me, Preston, and this channel. Thank you for also blessing Stooges Tattoo with a free membership. Quick underneath. Jefferson down to the 42 and tackle there. Thank you, Jason. Always supportive, my friend.
Head coaches in the league, right? They all kind of hang their hat on one thing. Are you a great play designer? Can you create a schematic advantage, right? So Kevin O'Connell, you check that.
Going to be a long day.
Can you develop the most important position in all of sports? He's clearly proven he can do that. But I think his real magic, Joe, is he doesn't.
Second down and 5. Second and 5. Shotgun formation, single back set, looking to throw. He's going to check down and toss and gets nothing. Third down coming up. Third down.
The top college linebacker 2 years ago. He's lost some time recently to Cole Holcomb, but it shows right there why they love him so much.
Yeah, I like the way that they're using Peyton Wilson and Cole Holcomb. They're kind of using them in situational football. You know, Wilson plays some more of the passing downs, and then Cole Holcomb, he comes in and plays more of the rundowns. It's actually
third down and 7. Third and 7.
Get two guys that they really like here in Pittsburgh and make sure they each have a clear role.
Shotgun, calling for the ball. And we got a false start. Took too long. Good morning, Dame Dystopia. Welcome in. Third down and long now. Third and 13.
Down to Brandon Eccles and James Pierre at corner.
And this is not an area of strength of either one of these units, but specifically for this Vikings offense, third down, fourth down, especially in these long situations, must-pass situations, they've only converted 1/3 of the
third down and 12. Third and 12.
Defense usually really good on third down.
Shotgun, looking to throw. Wentz about to get hit from behind and goes down. And they are going to have to punt to Pittsburgh.
The way they use their pass rushers, Herbig's going to run, and TJ Watt's going to go inside. So that forces the flush to be to the quarterback's right. That's what allows Herbig to kind of run that big hoop. Rushing the quarterback is not an individual act. It's the whole unit up front. That time, Herbig, TJ Watt doing it in unison, and the third down struggles.
Here comes the punt.
Second sack for Pittsburgh. Coming after this punt. They're going to get it away is Ryan Wright. Not a good punt, though.
Ball's going to be down at the 20. Down at the 20.
They were so excited to welcome in the Steelers, kind of Ireland's team. And what a host this city's been. Back when you come back.
A little bit of Irish music there. If you're new, first time in the chat, say hello. We'd love to welcome you in.
They are pillars of their community. They do not wait for the call. They step forward. They are protectors. So in a world quick to praise talent, never forget to honor them.
Oh, stupid things on the thing. Not what I wanted. There we go. I always try to cover up all this stuff going on in the background.
Obstructive sleep apnea, or OSA. We are the
OSA. I would never want to have that.
We've been told we snore at night.
Maybe I do have that.
Daytime
I do snore at night, so there you go.
Count on it. And we're more than just human beings.
No, Chip, welcome in. I'm just calling the game. Welcome in.
OSA is a chronic condition tied to breathing interruptions and oxygen deprivation during sleep.
There is no.
You're undiagnosed? That was us.
I'm calling 3 games today. We're doing Philadelphia and Tampa Bay next. We're doing Dallas and Pittsburgh tonight. Yeah, Wentz has been up and down all over the place. Sure has.
Today on NFL Network.
Hey, Marty, I got us what's known as a luxury box. These babies don't.
All right, here we are checking back in. Pittsburgh with the ball.
What sport is
starting at their own 20.
What are your specials? Hot dogs. Oh, 2 please. For you, 2 buy for us. I'd love to, because I earn unlimited 2% cash rewards with my Wells Fargo Active Cash Card.
Oh, Marty, we're on the celebrity cam.
The Active Cash credit card from Wells Fargo. Terms apply.
"21 seasons in the NFL for
All right, Rodgers brings them out.
Green Bay, where he won 4 MVPs the last 2 seasons with the Jets. Of course, the 2023 season missed pretty much the entire year with the Achilles injury, and you come back from that, and yeah, you're back, but not quite yourself. Even though he was still diminished last
First down and 10, Pittsburgh. Rodgers from a shotgun.
was the New York Jets, but he comes here in his 21st season, first one with the Steelers.
Look at the throw. Rodgers looks across the middle. Metcalf, he's got it. Metcalf, take it off down the field. He's gone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh coming. Wow. How about that, everybody? DJ Metcalf. Inside post, left him open, and he's gone.
With the ability of Rodgers to play with anticipation, when you put the ball on DK Metcalf's chest and allow him to turn into a runner after the catch, you can see the speed, the size, get him in open space. That's who he is.
14-3, Pittsburgh early in the second.
The first 3 games, he's got 122 in the first half this week. I think we're all seeing
Metcalf having himself a game. Again, if you're brand new to the channel, hit us up with a follow today. We're on our way to 700 on the subscriber count. We're doing 3 games today. Oh, that was a great pass by Rodgers. We're doing 3 games today. We'd love for you to be around. We're going to do 100 plus NFL games this year. 14-3 early in the second.
All customers get a profit boost every NFL game day. FanDuel, play your game.
Where's everybody watching from today? Amigo One, hello. Where's everybody watching from today? What city, or I mean, I should say, what state, what country? Where's everybody watching? Ramsey did not get the TD. No, it was brought back. Welcome in, Amigo One. Welcome back to the channel.
Together, we'll get there.
Drop your state or your country into the chat. Let's see it. Light it up, light it up.
Longing for security. Ball fences.
PA in the house. South Florida. Brazil, Rafael, welcome in. Make sure you're subscribed, Rafael. Welcome. Love Brazil. Beautiful area. New York in the house.
Longing for a fence, patio, or deck.
We got 140 people in here. Drop it in there. Ohio in the house. See how many states and countries we can cover. Jay Miller, welcome in. I assume that's Ohio there for Jay. A lot of Philly, a lot of Florida, and Ohio in here right now. West Wales for Amigo One. Lake Wales, Florida for Tim Moss. What's up, Tim? How you doing, buddy? Jamie Popjoy. Hello, Miss Jamie Popejoy. Good to see you. Utah in the house. Looney's in the house from Chicago. Dame's in here from Tennessee. Louisiana in the house. Sub it up, everybody. Let's have some fun.
Something simple as just adding that little motion, but it gets Aaron Rodgers.
All right, here comes the kickoff. Vikings getting the ball back. Kickoff, taking it to 5. Out to the 10, 15, 20, 25. Tackled at the 26. Minnesota will start there.
For Carson Wentz, it was pretty much a walk in the park last weekend against Cincinnati, that 48-10 win with the help from the defense, but playing from behind here.
Playing from behind for Wentz. I don't know how they're going to do. We'll see.
Into this Pittsburgh Steelers defense.
Sharon Marshall from the UK. Hello, Sharon Marshall. Welcome to our channel.
Minnesota's going to come out with 3 wide receivers and challenge.
Under center, single back set behind him. Handoff. Mason goes nowhere. Back to the line of scrimmage. Immediately following this game, I'm doing Philadelphia and Tampa Bay. Philadelphia, Tampa Bay, immediately following this game. Dealing with sucky Dolphins. Yeah, I don't know what's up with them, dude. Don't know what's up with them. Second down and 10. Second and 10.
That's the best of his career. Well, he's 7 for 7 today.
Shotgun, look at a throw. Underneath, caught, out to the 30. Addison underneath on that.
Third down and 5 coming up.
Well, that's a good thought, Ross. Good to you. Good for you. Manuel, welcome from the Philippines, my friend. Surf City. Welcome in from Boston. Hello, Anthony. Third down. About 5. Third down and 5. Going to be a timeout. Pittsburgh's going to take the timeout.
There are already 2 sacks today for the Steelers. They had 5 of them last week, after only getting 3 the first 2 games. So this timeout, we'll be back in 30 seconds after this message from Lowe's.
Welcome into everyone who's new here today. We're grateful that you're here. Very grateful. We're trying to build a community over here. We hope you'll want to be a part of that.
That's what they called me in college.
No, they didn't.
They called me a lot of things, different things.
I bet they did. We'll take it. We got a Sunday to earn.
They called me a lot of things in college. All right, here we go. Looking to throw. Shotgun, calls for the snap. Quick out. Caught. Adam Thielen, first down.
Adam Thielen in a Vikings uniform is one of them. No doubt.
I'll tell you what, he hasn't showed up a ton in the stat sheet, but with Jordan Addison being out, he played a lot of really meaningful downs. They're going to play in 3 wide receivers, 11 personnel, as they call it, about as much as anybody in the league. And man, they just
first down and 10. Sullivan, give me that toy. Look, here. Want this? I bet you dropped the toy. There you go. That's it. Now you got to take your toy back. Can you take this with you? Thank you for doing that. First down and 10. Play action. Looking to throw. Got all day. Now he gets sacked. Got a yard maybe. Took too long holding the ball. Great job by Hall of Fame future J.J. Watt.
On the defensive side, this is what I call getting layers into the defense.
He had Jefferson open too. He missed him again.
Jefferson, he's the medium guy. He's on the deep crossing route, but just really well played by this zone coverage of the Steelers on the
second down and 9. Second and 9. Goes to Jefferson this time. That's going to be a gain of about 7. 3rd and 1 coming up.
Combining on the tackle as Jefferson already gets his 6th catch. Now you look around the league. This one of those
3rd down and 1.
We saw Philly last week, and the Lions doing right. These 3rd and shorts right around the logo at midfield. You got to start thinking if you're Kevin O'Connell. These are 2-down moments, right? I got 3rd down, I got 4th down. Treat this as 2nd and 1. This as 3rd down.
Hand off up the middle. He's going to be close. I don't know if you got it. It's going to depend on the mark. Let's see.
Big, strong running back. 5'11", 235 pounds at Georgia Tech. For a virtual measurement.
They're going to do a virtual measurement.
Now I feel like there should be like something on the Jumbotron to explain to everybody. Yeah. Forget just the fans in Ireland. Before the game, we were laughing. They had like graphics on the Jumbotron. This is a lineman. This is a forward pass, penalty. I think they could probably teach us all a little bit more about the mechanics of these virtual.
How long does it take for one of these things?
Right after they did of what an offensive lineman did, they did the landing zones, and I was like, good luck with that. That's too much. Good luck, Ireland.
That's great.
Virtual measurement is short. 9 inches short. They're going to go for it on 4th and 1. Stellar, what's up? Welcome into our channel, Stellar.
Simple inside handoff on 3rd and 1, and I don't even think Kevin O'Connell thinks.
Thank you for joining today. What team is your team, Stellar? All right, have a good day at work, buddy. Love you. 4th and 1. 4th and 1. Handoff straight up the middle. 1st down and more. Mason down to the 44 of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's a great play design, so you know somebody's going to move, right? Because you take a look, Mason's off center. They move Justin Jefferson. He gets so much attention, flaring out to the right that just a huge crease.
Yeah, the bots are all over the place today.
Really good play design there on 4th down.
Good job, moderating team.
Do this a lot.
Justin, you may want to refresh. Make sure you're watching live, everybody. Quick out, complete. Short gain. 2nd down and about 7. 2nd and 7.
He's got a catch right here and a gain of 3. It's been a really well-played game so far from two teams that, yeah, they're both 2-1, but neither team's been that pretty yet. You've got Rodgers 9 out of his first 9. Wentz has completed his first 11.
2nd down and 7. 2nd and 7. Single back set. Changing to play at the line. Changing to play at the line. Pitch. They lost a yard. Scott runs right into the blitz.
Out of their top 8 guys, 6 of them are in their first year.
3rd down and 8. 3rd down and 8 coming up.
Defensive side of the ball, Darius Slay, we saw him exit earlier. Of course, we talked a lot about Jalen Ramsey and his ability to move all around this defensive front and backfield, depending on the week. Seems like every week there's a flavor for Jalen Ramsey. Here he's aligned in the slot. Chuck Clark, and then, of course, Thornhill just made that last play. So a lot of new faces.
Only 3 to snap it here on 3rd and long.
3rd and long, looking to throw it. Intercepted. Pittsburgh's got it at the 32.
The interception. The Steelers get their hands on more passes than anybody in the NFL on the line of scrimmage.
1st down, Pittsburgh. How about that, everybody? Another defensive play by the Steelers.
They take the ball away and celebrate the end zone with a jig. Where am I going? I don't know. Where am I heading? I am certain. All I know is I am on my way. When will I be there? I don't know. When will I get there? I am certain. All I know is I am on my way. Where am I going? I don't know. What will I get? I ain't equipped.
Woof. Woof. Welcome in, everybody. We're glad you're here today, hanging out with us on the channel. It's early morning football, first game of the football season. Welcome in to my studio here in Maryland. Raymond Wilkins, welcome in. Everybody, make sure you're watching live. First off, YouTube can put you behind. This is a good game here. More than I expected. Pittsburgh playing very well here. Better than what everybody, the lines were. Everybody had them as a dog to start out, and the dogs are barking early. So if you're brand new to my channel, my name is Pete. This is the show. We broadcast over 100 NFL games a year. We're going to do a ton of playoff baseball. I love Disney as well. If you're new to me and you see me cheering, just up front, I tell everybody so there's no questions or anything. I'm a triple amputee. I lost my left hand and both of my legs in a medical tragedy in 2019. Was read last rites 3 times. I was in a coma for almost 50 days. I was in a hospital for just under 500. This is what I do for a hobby. Love football, love the NFL, love baseball, MLB. Love doing Disney. I do content every day. 3 NFL games today, 1 NFL game tomorrow, 3 Major League Baseball games on Tuesday. Hit me up with a follow. Stay for a while. Be part of our community. We're about respect over here. Treat each other with respect. I also don't charge people a daggone thing like other sports broadcasters that make you pay them something of somehow just to chat with you. I don't do that here. That's not my thing. Todd Brady, good to see you, buddy. Come back a little later. And finally, if you'd like to know my story, I don't go into details in it on here. There's a video there called My Magical Journey to Get Back to Being Healthy. And it's very violent. There are pictures of me in there in a coma, in surgery, all that stuff. So you're more than welcome to watch it, but buyer beware. All right, let's get back at it.
My jaw dropped watching these dudes.
1st down and 10, Steelers.
Why don't you tell everybody what they told you they refer to American football as?
I don't think I can use that word. But yeah, they said it. I was like, okay.
Rodgers to start from a shotgun formation, single back set next to him. Quick throw. Look at that big tight end. He's got him. It's a gain of about 7. 2nd and 3 coming up.
So keep your eye right here on Jalen Ramsey. They bring Jordan Mason back. Now watch him just signal. And it looks like something small. It's 3rd and 8. Hey, guys, guard the sticks. You can see. Now take a look. There is a picket fence right at the 1st down line to gain. Of course, the ball gets deflected and ends up getting picked. And just good communication by
Rodgers, 2nd and 3, shotgun.
makes a big difference.
Handoff up the middle. 1st down, Pittsburgh. 1st down, Steelers.
Takeaways, but when you pair that opportunistic defense with an offense that can do what you envisioned it doing, the way we've seen today, with them hooking up with DK Metcalf, this Steelers team starts to look really good.
446 and a half. 446 and a half. Pressure coming on Rodgers. He throws underneath. Incomplete. Second down coming up here.
To create opportunities, he's aligning at different positions at the offensive formation. Like, I know it's easy to just put TK Metcalf out wide and say, okay, you're our Texas receiver, but he's so versatile.
Handoff, off tackle, big run. Gainwell, gain of 9. Third down and 1 coming up. 3rd and 1.
Acquired in a trade and signs a 5-year extension after coming to Pittsburgh and having his biggest game yet.
You talk about how teams fear this Minnesota defense and how good they've been. Very interesting. Last year, the 2024 season, teams did not like running the ball at them. They actually faced the running game at one of the lowest rates in the league. This year, they're actually facing the run at a top 5 rate.
3rd down and 1, single back. Coming straight at you. Gainwell, first down Steelers. Just across midfield. Late fumble. It's not a fumble. The ball was knocked out of his hand, and now we got him pushing and shoving out there. Now we got him pushing and shoving. We got a flag. Late flags.
Take a look here at the end. Stronic gets a push. Byron Murphy.
He's the strongest man in the pen.
Yeah, that looked like a little flop.
Skowronek.
See what the call is here.
When he got a little shoulder from the 5'11", 190 Byron Murphy.
After the play is over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 7, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Well, good acting job there.
Good acting job, got it.
Family started to say hi, now we'll do so officially.
Yeah, we're talking DK Metcalf. Well, in whatever form or fashion they can get it, many Steelers fans and critics want more from the team's prime acquisition. I asked Metcalf about offensive coordinator Arthur Smith's plan to get him more involved in the team's struggling offense. He told me, I don't think that's on the agenda. It's not Arthur's responsibility. When the ball's supposed to find me, it will find me. Metcalf just
3:31 and counting on the clock. Ball at the 32. Pitch on the toss. Gain of about 1. 2nd and 9 coming up. 2nd and 9.
Scapegoat so far this year with a critical fumble against Seattle. That's diminished his role on offense, but really no choice today but to get him involved with Jalen Warren.
I think Jalen Warren, he's been such a big piece of his offense. They love him. Whether you talk to Mike Tomlin or you talk to Aaron Rodgers.
2nd down and 9. 2nd and 9.
The passing game, the physicality, the yards after contact. He's a big loss. They're getting pretty good production so far, though.
Whoa, that jumped all over the place.
The rest of this running back group.
Johnson in
Sorry.
Big Ten running back of the year at Iowa last year. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Rodgers underneath, incomplete.
So now let's see. We're right on the kind of the field goal line, although in today's modern NFL, I feel like we're in field goal range the second we get to midfield. But, here you are.
I don't know how that jumped out of whack. 3rd down and long. 3rd down and long here. 9 to go. Rodgers in a shotgun. 4 wide. Minnesota showing pressure. Rodgers changing the play at the line. He's got trips to the right. Got time. Blitz. Rodgers steps up, dancing around. Now he's going to run for it. He's going to get the first down. Fumble. And Pittsburgh got it back. Man, everything falling Pittsburgh's way this morning right now. Rodgers fumbles it backwards, and a lineman running behind him gets it.
This is why you run to the ball, because you just never know. After all that look before the snap, they only bring 4. Watch Dr. Jones. He's hustling to the ball, and that ball pops right up into his chest.
Wow.
He's saying, just as I drew it up.
Jones is saying, this is the greatest moment of my life. The football carrier.
2-minute warning, I believe. 2-minute warning. Hope you're enjoying today's game. If you're brand new, say hello in the chat. Let us know, hey, brand new. Let us know what team you're on today.
Some things are just too important to miss out on. The GLE and GLE Coupe from Mercedes.
Let us know. Let us know.
Whoa. We upgraded our TV at Best Buy, and now they feel like they're
NFL players arriving on game day? Well, the picture detail is seriously pro level.
Is that my purse? Get great deals on a large assortment of TVs at Best Buy, official sponsor of the NFL.
Pittsburgh is dominating today. They've been all over everything.
How about dogs?
Okay. How about Peyton Manning?
It's quitting time. Anything for Bud.
And they're on the verge of scoring again. Question is, do they get 3 or 7 here?
Okay, your home, auto, and business vehicle are all protected with Progressive. Nice. It gets a bit overwhelming running a business and a family. Ooh, sounds like someone could use a vacation.
We will see what they do here. Minnesota's not a big comeback team, too. That's a challenge for them.
So I get to sit for a while. Yeah. Oh, like when I'm making a delivery in my van and a song comes on that I like. Yeah. So like when I
Dylan Delgado, welcome in. He says, Pittsburgh, let's roll.
like 5 minutes. No, it's like when you go away and you take pictures and I don't know. I've never been on one either.
NFL international games roll on to Monday.
Minnesota's definitely a more ball control type team. So we'll see how they do in the second half. Vikings and the Browns next Sunday. Vikings and the Browns.
But you aren't alone, as Bud Light's going to great lengths to make sure fans are feeling the football energy, even from the cubicle. The Eagles did anything to find the end zone last week. On the final play against the Rams, Josh McCarty's kick was blocked and recovered by Philly's Jordan Davis. Escorted by Sidney Brown, Davis returned it for a walk-off touchdown. Stock up for game day with Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL.
Welcome back to the NFL Dublin game presented by Mel. NFL 26.
All right, here we go. First down and 10. First down and 10. Fishy with Phil. Welcome in. He says, go Browns. Dave's Disney Dreams. Hello. First down and 10. Ball Moss spotted at the 15. Brody, welcome in. Shotgun, looking to throw. Got his tight end. Knocked out of bounds. Gain of 5. Brody, I don't know. I mean, they're going to have to throw to chase the score, right? They're going to have to throw to chase the score. So if you're looking for yards from a receiver, that's a good thing.
What is he listed at? 264. He's 264. I'm 220. I'm definitely not 220. That is a big, athletic dude playing tight end.
In his third season out of Georgia, he's got a 7-foot lead.
You're welcome, Dylan. Glad you're here. If you like what we're doing, make sure you're subscribed, buddy. Second down and 5. Second and 5. Shotgun, Rodgers, pressure, goes down. Second sack of the game. He gets hit for a loss. Third down coming up. Third down and long. That's going to be third down and 15 coming up.
Seems like a simple.
Riley H., welcome in. Let's go. Welcome to the clubhouse. Winston Smith, thank you for subscribing. Winston, we appreciate you. Riley H. says, let's go Bucks. I'm doing that game next, Riley. We're going right from that game into this one. Or right from this one into that one. Let me get that right. Feel like Willy Wonka there. Timeout Vikings. I'm hanging in there, Dave.
Third down and 15 back to the 20-yard line. Yes, and my assumption here is if I'm Rodgers and Arthur Smith, I'm thinking
I will collapse at the end of the night.
Run something that keeps the clock moving. If you do decide to throw the ball.
Third down and 15. Third down and 15. Shotgun, go to throw. Rodgers, pressure. Gets it underneath. Gainwell. Going to be tackled. He'll get about 10 of it back. It's going to be 4th and 5. And the Vikings will take a timeout.
Taken by Minnesota. One of them left for the Vikings. Go back in 30 seconds after this.
We are doing well. We are what? 375 from 40K. We're on a countdown now. 375 to 40,000 followers. Yeah, when the day's done and there's no more streaming, yeah, I can do that.
How much are you willing to lose? That's how you know that. How much you willing to lose?
That's the only time I do that.
Boswell has been automatic 13 makes in a row the last season when he set a pitch.
Boswell ready to kick here.
Total makes on the year.
Up and blocked. Blocked. Minnesota's got it. They blocked the field goal.
One of the all-time great games last week on defense, Isaiah Rodgers.
Wow. Hello, Patty Nielsen. Welcome in.
And blocks a field goal.
Boswell gets it blocked. That could be a big play in this game right there. They block that and go down and score. That's a big play.
No way. Handsome and hilarious. No way. No way.
Yeah, Metcalf is pretty special, Dylan. Metcalf is pretty special.
iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best 5G network.
That's real nice.
Yes, dance card is full today. It's a great way of putting it. Ain't got that you say. Got to do my thing. Does someone?
I'm not jabbing. Because a car that doesn't make you feel recognized.
All right, let's see what Minnesota can do here. Oh, you're welcome, Raymond. Glad you're here, buddy.
If you keep making that face, it's going to stay like that.
Glad you're here.
USAA. Grandpa was in the military. He shared membership with your mom so she could share with you. Easy. USAA. Check if you're eligible today.
People, they're good for squad goals and squad. People are good for these kinds of cheers and these kinds of cheers. Jim P.
Oh.
Enjoy it together. Official spirit of U.S. soccer. The big, shiny, really big watch.
Can tell the weather's changing. I got to stretch out like crazy in the morning here. Stretch out like crazy.
But the real power move, having next level control of shipments across your
Oof, that hurt. Ow.
Mark, do you mind? FedEx, the new power move.
Isaiah Rodgers, who scored 2 touchdowns on defense last week, blocks a field goal here.
All-time favorite player on the Steelers, Mean Joe Green. Mean Joe Green.
His left arm there. And see how that propels him? You know how many times they practice that and guys kind of go through the motions like, Coach, I'm not really going to block the field goal. It's like the year of the blocked field goal.
Welcome into our Asian friend. I have no idea what that is.
Win the game against LA, and right now, special teams coaches are trying to find.
I'm sorry. Shotgun, looking to throw. Pressure coming. Pumps. Dumps it underneath. Got his fullback. Scott, there's a flag in the end zone. Might be roughing the passer.
Anytime you see a flag in the end zone, if you're the fan of the offensive team, you're like, oh no, but this is going to go on the defense.
Favorite player on any team? Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis. Roughing the passer, 15 yards added on the end of the run. Oh, the Mean Joe Green Coke commercial was incredible.
Dead in the face. Then he holds his hands up like, I didn't do anything. And the ref's like, he said, at least yeah, you put it in the face. Punch him in the jaw. Yeah, now that really changes.
Minute 15 on the clock. Minute 15.
Makes that field goal. Then you get a kickoff return, give or take around the 30s, the league average. With 2 timeouts, I think, or with 1 timeout, I think Minnesota's saying, all right, let's go try to steal some points. Then you find
Mean Joe Green was at the center of many of those championships. Anita Bracey, hello, welcome in.
2-minute drive here. Let Carson Wentz, experienced quarterback, see if at the very least you can get yourself in field goal range, if not try to go down for 6.
Well, Dylan, Ray Lewis was basically by my side when I was laying in a bed dying. So, yeah, I kind of like Ray Lewis. Shotgun, go to throw down the field. Oh, he had Scott and overthrew him.
Something I think is interesting. You come into these games early in the season, and all these teams and coordinators have.
He had him down the sideline.
Coming into this game, no team in the league blitzed 6 or more defensive players than this Pittsburgh defense. They've yet to do it today.
Mean Joe Green, Bradshaw. There's so many great Steelers. Franco Harris. How can you not mention Franco? Lynn Swan. How can you not mention Swan? Shotgun formation. 2nd and 10. Caught! Cross the middle, Jefferson into Pittsburgh territory. How can you not mention Tatum? God, I mean, there's so many great Steelers.
Really been hesitant to do it, and first time they dialed up those heavy blitzes, choke play.
Shotgun, looking to throw again. He's got time. Wentz running for his life. Throws on the run underneath. I don't know if he was inbounds or not. They're saying he was. They're saying he was.
So take a look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All 7 of these guys.
Nice. Thank you, Debbie, for explaining it.
Look how much more now space there is. It's 1-on-1 on the outside. Justin Jefferson has good legs.
There's Steelers fans all over the globe.
Under pressure there by Carson Wentz.
7 catches in this first half. You wonder how much the attention that Addison's drawn away from Jefferson has helped him today.
Shotgun, looking to throw, just gets it off. Pressure coming. Wentz steps up, throws on the run, wide open. At it.
Jefferson stumbles and gets to the 12. 30 more for Jefferson.
30 more for Jefferson. He was wide open. Wow.
Still with a timeout. Jefferson bummed that he lost his footing there.
Oh, I respect the Steelers. They're one of the greatest organizations there is. The Hall of Fame in their stadium is spectacular. Their owners are the most generous out there. Not the most, but one of. Go to throw. Wentz. Shuttle pass. Gets it off. Couple yards, not much. Tackle there. I can't stand the Renegade song every time I go to the stadium. People lose their mind. But I still,
We see this so often when they see it. When the
can't wait for Baltimore, Kansas City, Mick, today. Yeah, Ravens got to step up. They got to start shutting down the run. I think I could have ran through the run, and I don't have any legs. So.
Jefferson to uncover out the backside. Carson Wentz is a big, strong, athletic guy at the quarterback position, and his ability to run through that.
Jefferson.
You see Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson fell down, or he had a touchdown. God. Turf Monster took him down. 24 seconds on the clock.
So important to note here now, no more timeouts.
Dylan, I'll share something with you at halftime.
They have some options. If they get tackled inbounds, they got to really hurry up and get on the ball.
Shotgun formation, 2nd and 12. Throws. Incomplete. Looking at his tight end. Trying to go to the sideline. Minnesota with no timeouts left. 20 seconds. They don't have a lot of time to throw it over the middle. They got to buck that ball to the corner. You got to go to the end zone here. You got to have one guy running a post route, one guy running a skinny corner, and another person coming underneath across the middle just to keep it open.
Stick yourself up inside the 10. No different equation here.
3rd down and 12. Got to get it off. 2 seconds. 1. Just got it off. Wow. Throw it to the end zone. Floater. Slay caught it, but he's out of bounds. 3rd down and 12 coming up. 3rd and 12.
If that was his best decision, Darius Slay trying to do his best impression of Justin Jefferson, toe tapping on the sideline, clearly in the white, and went through that. I think he's through it a little bit further than he actually did. He's looking up there like, gotta get away with one there.
Looked like one of those rugby plays where they hoist the guy up in the air.
All right, they're going to go ahead and kick the field goal. Riker going to go ahead and kick it with 16 seconds. Not even going to mess with it. They're going to get 5 yards closer as Pittsburgh came flying through the line.
They coach this. So watch the holder's hand. Watch the holder's hand. When it opens, that's typically when they snap it. So watch.
Well, Dave, they're pretty good this year, so I don't agree with that.
Yeah, so they're telling them, hey,
still 4th down here.
Just take the chance. We don't care about the 5 yards. If they're going on silent 1, you're going to try to go block it. Really nice job there by the Vikings. They had it on a 2 open hand count, and they get a free 5 yards.
Second year man out of Alabama. Right
there we go. Going to try it again. Field goal up and good. 16 seconds left in a half. Lex's halftime show coming up. We'll chat here as things are going on. So let me tell everybody here real quick a little bit about it while we're sitting here, because we're going to halftime basically. Dave's team is the Lions, Dylan. So here's the thing as they're working through it. And I'll let you know if anything happens here at 16 seconds. For Dylan and anybody else too, 80 likes on the board too. Let's get over 100 likes, everybody. For anybody who might be interested, and for why I would say Ray Lewis. There. Hello. Yeah.
Everything's done except for the bed butter.
Okay. All right.
Everything else is done. I got too hot, so I had to come in.
All right. Thank you. Hello, Sullivan. Sullivan's here and Amber. They're kicking off now. They should run it out here. So if you're wondering why I would say Ray Lewis, okay, as my all-time favorite player, with all the incredible players that have played in the NFL, all the Hall of Famers. If you haven't been to the Hall of Fame, you should go. It's awesome. Here comes the kick. See if they do anything with it. They're still waiting on it. It's taking forever to get this kickoff. Come on, dude, kick the ball. Here's the reason I love Ray Lewis. Oh, Mahmoud, kick it. Let's see if the Steelers return it for a touchdown while I'm sitting here. It's going to be collected at the 1, 5, 10, 15, out to the 20, out to the 25. Tackled there, still loose, now down with 5 seconds on the clock. Here's the reason I love Ray Lewis, and I'll play this for you. When I laid in a hospital bed, and I'm laying there, and I've been read last rites 2 or 3 times. My legs have been cut off. My hands been cut off my body. I'm not knowing if I'm going to live. I go into a coma. I'm in the coma for 45 days. When I wake up from my coma, and as I'm still delusioned and groggy, it takes me about a week to get my faculties fully together, okay, to where I can absolutely understand anything. My son's standing there, and he says, Dad, I have something to share with you on your phone. Now, let me preface this. 2 months earlier, at Norfolk Naval Station, I spent the whole day with Ray Lewis. Rogers has just taken a knee. I spent the whole day with Ray Lewis going around and meeting soldiers in the hospitals, going around meeting families that had lost a soldier. Soldier perished in one of our obstructions down range. So Ray spent the whole day on Norfolk Naval Station. He probably met 1,000 people, maybe 2,000. I don't know. It was crazy. There was people everywhere. So my son hands me my phone. I'm laying in shock trauma at in Maryland here, and this is what's on my phone. This is why I love Ray Lewis.
Pete, let me tell you something, man. First of all, it's a pleasure to meet you, but life is the craziest thing ever. Life throws so many things at us. And I truly believe this, that our true greatness is found in when we make up our mind, Pete, just to push through it regardless. Man, listen, Psalms 91 teaches something. It teaches just being safe in the Lord, right? Isaiah 54:17 also teaches that no weapon formed shall prosper. Yeah, it may prosper, Pete. And yeah, we may have to go through some things. But Pete, if we can push through, if we can keep going, if we could just make up our mind to say, no, I can't give in to what my circumstances is. I can only keep walking in the direction of my destiny. Every day. No, we're not asking for a good life. We're asking for the courage to make it through a tough life. That's life. And that's why tough times don't last. Tough people do. God bless you, man.
So that was on my phone when I woke up from my coma. So I love the way he played. Yeah, he made some choices in life that maybe weren't the best, but none of us are perfect, and God forgives. And it's helped me to continue to move forward with my life. So that's why. Hopefully, Dylan, that explains a little bit about why I would say that player. Glad you're here with us. We got 10:35 left on halftime. 10:35. We're working toward 40,000 subs. We are not far from it. Working towards 40K. That'll be a huge accomplishment. And looking forward to that. So Minnesota will get the ball at halftime as well. Minnesota will get the ball at halftime as well. Absolutely, Phil. I don't mind sharing part of my life. I hope it empowers someone else. That's my hope.
To the Lexus halftime show. Rich along with
And yes, I'm a Ravens fan, a diehard Ravens fan, and a diehard Tampa Bay fan. But we can still respect each other's organizations and still want to beat each other. That's my feeling.
some other quick throws, which they've been doing all year long, and then took advantage of that one mistake by Minnesota's defense. Boom, hit the gap there, and then we know what DK has the ability to
Keep going, Ross. You got this, brother. Keep going.
That is a big man that can run really, really fast. And, the 80-yarder, as you mentioned.
Steelers picking up Metcalf was a huge pickoff.
They've got to find a way to feed it to him.
Welcome in. Minnesota win. Welcome in. Sub it up today.
This was the plan coming in. You got to make a concerted effort to get it to your big playmaker. They did that in the first half.
And the last time Aaron Rodgers played against Brian Flores' defense, it was a tough day at the office.
You know what's crazy is for a 9:30 game, those guys on the NFL Network got to get to the studio at like 4 a.m.
Aaron Rodgers completed his first 10 passes, and of course, a touchdown, 12 of 14 for 165 yards and a touchdown.
What do you make of the Steelers defense?
Yeah, it was pretty cool, Dylan. He was a nice guy.
And the formula for this team to be successful is for the defense to play well. We haven't seen it over the first few weeks, but last week we seen them take the ball away, and they're doing the same today. Rushing coverage working together up front.
I also got to hang with Franco Harris for a day. He was very cool also.
Which is allowing the rush to get there. We seen that one takeaway was brought back because of something I never seen before. With Jordan Mason touching the ball and them getting the ball back. But this defense is playing really well.
Yeah, and then of course Carson Wentz started off the game hot too, completed his first 11 passes in
8 minutes. 8 minutes till halftime's over. 8 minutes.
With Isaiah Rodgers, remember he was the star from last week's game with a pick six and a fumble recovery. There's right there.
J.J. Watt. Thank you, Manuel.
Justin Jefferson. I don't know how you get this wide open right here. He'd like to have this one back because he slips. Otherwise,
Brian Dawkins, he was a great player.
8 catches for 97 yards.
He was a great player. Absolutely. Absolutely great player.
Yeah, Jefferson and DK Metcalf already both with season high.
Doug dropping some stats in there. You got it, Butch Ramsey. Thank you for being here. Thank you to all of our friends. Obviously, we're being shared out over in the Asian markets. Welcome, my friends. Welcome.
In the meantime, just please know that you can go and get NFL Plus to keep the NFL and reach all season long. NFL Plus Premium is also there for you.
1 o'clock, we'll be broadcasting the Eagles and the Bucks, and we will have the NFL Network on when we do.
Terms and conditions apply. Oh, geez, Steve, you always look at me and you're like, do terms and conditions apply? And I say, yes, they do. Certainly, that's the gritty in Irish that you were looking for, Steve. There it is.
The Lexus Halftime Show is presented by Lexus. A car that doesn't make you feel something is a car that stops short of amazing. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Ross says, go Birds.
Direct eye contact. Confident. Paul, engaged. Kind of creepy.
Happy Monday.
It's an old school power move.
Look at this commercial.
Having smart tools that'll keep up with changing trade rules.
Liz, we gotta get that Malaysian customs thing sorted.
Figured it out with FedEx. It shipped. Anything else?
FedEx, the new power move.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay.
Yes, I'm on row. GLP-1s helped me lose 31 pounds. This is healthcare. This is Row. I'm Serena Williams, and I'm a really Row member.
Wake up. It's time.
5 minutes, coming up on 5 minutes till halftime. Till it's done.
Never coming down from this experience.
You've been dreaming of this moment your whole life.
It's all happening right here on Good Morning Football.
I saw them play and knew exactly what we had to do. 136 hours later, we had one giant Amon-Ra St. Brown cake.
Week 4 continues later today on CBS and Fox.
Yeah. Sunday Night Football, Packers, Cowboys. That's who we got tonight. I don't think you can say just one, Manuel. I think you got to look at a bunch. I think some of the top 3 argumentatively are probably Barry Sanders, Jim Brown, and Sweetness. I think those 3 are in there. Yeah, you got the immaculate reception. That's basically what he's known for. I mean, Jim Brown, you could argue for all 3. They come from different eras, obviously. But, yeah.
And they're taking on the Browns, who are taking on the Lions.
Emmett's not too far behind there as far as numbers go. But Emmett never ran over anybody like Jim Brown. Jim Brown would run through people. Jim Brown also played in a much tougher era. The equipment wasn't as protective as it is, at least nowadays.
What do you make of Jalen Hurts coming into this game and how he might fare later on?
Well, yeah, I mean, this is the one team that's really given him problems. Doesn't seem to lose to anybody but the Bucs. 1-4 against the Bucs, and really, what it's all about is the pressure package of Todd Bowles. If there's one thing that Jalen hasn't,
Different areas, different, But you can be respectful in grouping.
Are they coming? Are they not coming? They can fool you. Right here, you see the shot on the outside for the curl.
There's a lot of people that'll also say, well, I don't. Jim Brown didn't have a championship, or so and so didn't have a championship, or whatever. When you say that, it's kind of tough to do that because, Dan Marino is a great example. Would you say Dan Marino is not a Hall of Famer or is a garbage quarterback because he didn't win? I can't say that. So I think you got to look at the player on what they did and how they handled themselves.
Keep it right here if you wish. Once this is all over in Dublin, Ireland, we'll be back on the air to take you to the rest of the NFL Network slate on the day as it goes every single Sunday. Live highlights and is there for you right here on NFL Network.
Well, it's hard to say, Manuel. I don't know. LT, yeah, there's another one. LT, absolutely. Got to be in the mix, LT. Great call out, Dylan. Great call out. Dan Fouts is another one. He was a great quarterback, but can't disregard what he did just because of that. I don't know who Miles Smith is, but he's getting a lot of love out there today at the game. Not sure who he is. Ton of talk over him singing because I don't want to get. Matter of fact, I should just shut him up. I don't want to get dinged. Last thing I want is to have copyright infringement things on a stream. It's football. You know, you get that sometimes. They're playing his whole song here. Go to commercial. Get him off the field. There's a minute and 39 to the start of the game. No disrespect to Miles, but we're here for football. Adrian Peterson, I don't know if he's in the same group with that 5. He's good. He was really good, but I'm not sure if I'd put him in that group with that first 5. I'd put him I'd put him definitely right in the second group. He's up there. It's a good call out, but for me, maybe. You know, there's a lot of times with Peterson when he needed to put the game on his back that I feel like he didn't as much. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just bitter for gambling on him and losing through the years. I don't know. Maybe. Could just be that. Well, they're really playing this guy long. Good Lord. I'm glad I didn't try to keep talking over that. He had some big numbers, Dylan. I agree. I just don't know overall consistency of his entire career. You know. Finally, they're done. Good Lord. They're bringing a damn concert from there.
Craziness might happen in the second half. Thanks for watching the Lexus Halftime Show.
Let's go.
The NFL Dublin game is presented by Madden NFL 26. Built from NFL data, built from Sundays.
All right, we got a group of commercials here. Then we'll be coming back here to roll it.
Room for 6 full-size Sebastians.
Be nice if this one gets done a little bit of time to give me a break between the two.
A car that doesn't elevate everyone's experience.
Last year when I did these games, these morning games, I had 2 of them that went to overtime. And it literally took me right up to the 1 o'clock game. I was like, dang, no break at all. So hopefully no overtime today. Let's not root for that. Yeah, let's not root for that. Pete, any props talking to you today? I haven't been jumping too much of that. I've had a good run here so far this year. At the end with baseball Ross and everything. I was wrong this morning. I liked the Vikings in the first quarter, and I was wrong on that. So, you know, it's a hard game to play. I like a 2-team teaser today. I'll tell you which one I did. Hold on. All right, log back in. I liked a 2-team teaser. I did the Chargers in Detroit in a 2-teamer. I like that one. And I did the Patriots and the Texans in a 2-team teaser. I like that one. Those are my 2 that I did. So.
And your makeup booth, too. It's more than an SUV. It's your Equinox. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Amer's going to love me.
Successful shindig doesn't happen by accident. Walmart Plus members
Can you come here, please?
more than just groceries, so I can order a Gouda.
So my daughter is in sports medicine, she was sports medicine, but transitioning to normal medicine because of what happened to me in the hospital. She's now going into the medical field and working with muscular aperture on the top of body. And I'm going to ask her to come here and help me. Because right now my hand is feeling like it's had 10 hammers hit it. Hopefully she saw my text. Come on, get in here before we start.
clubhouse.
Welcome to the clubhouse, Gordon Litton. Thank you, Gordon. Appreciate you. She might be the one vacuuming out there. All right, we're getting ready to kick off. All right. Hopefully she'll come here in a couple minutes.
This is exactly what they imagined when they brought in.
Ryan says, good game. Yeah, it is. See what Minnesota does in this first possession. That's a key.
This is what they were kind of searching for through the first 3 weeks. They bring it into week 4 now. Yards after catch, moving him around the formation. This is a lot more indicative of the whole vision they had to get themselves into that AFC kind of top echelon category.
Vikings, meanwhile, after scoring 48 points last week, they only had
Here's the kickoff.
but they're 1 for 6 on third down. And
Minnesota going to collect it at the 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, out to the 30, 33, first down and 10 there.
Could not have come at a better time for the Minnesota Vikings. The offensive line is in trouble. At one point, though, at the end of the half, Carson Wentz got poked in the eye. He's okay. He had to receive some treatment, though. But you got to look at who's coming out now at offensive line. The center, Ryan.
Best coach in the NFL right now, Manuel?
Michael Jurgens is going to go in for him now.
Can't say that overall forever, no.
They are without their right guard.
Amber?
Donovan Jackson, and of course, Brian O'Neill still has not come back in the game.
His offensive line, they've been waiting for it.
First down and 10 under center. Play action, handoff. A gain of about 2 to start. Mason got a couple, not many.
Wentz went 16 out of 20. Rodgers went 12 out of 14. And at 183 for the Steelers on offense, that's already 20 yards within their total from last week. They needed the 5 takeaways to get out of New England with the win.
Under center, single back set, gonna throw. Pressure coming, dumps it off to the running back screen. Hitting the backfield for a loss. Wow.
There you go, Peyton Wilson. And you know, something I was interested about Pittsburgh was going to play. You see Wilson here, the inside linebacker.
Can you come here, please?
He's just going to see
Okay, thank you.
Jurgens is center out in front of him to set up that screen. They've been playing a lot more nickel personnel on first and second down.
Third down and 11. Third and 11. They don't want to go 3 and out. First set.
All this 11 personnel.
That would not be good for the Vikes. He's got to find somebody to connect here. Third and long. He's going to get sacked. There's a flag down, though. Is it a hold? Holding. That'll be declined. Fourth down. They're going to punt 3 and out for Minnesota. Not what they wanted.
He starts here. He's going to end up being the late looper, and he kind of cleans it up. Patrick Queen kind of gets the initial pressure that moves him up in the pocket. That's where he forced that holding call by Jordan Mason. And the third down struggles, you mentioned coming out of the half, the third down struggles all year have been an issue to this Vikings offense.
All right, punt. Back to the 30.
Back to the 30. And hit right there and dropped. I will say, Manuel, that I do love Dan Campbell as a coach. I love Dan Campbell as a coach. I also love Mike Tomlin. I think both of them are very unique in their own way. They inspire their players. They back their players up. They come there ready to fight. I like that in coaches.
We're going to sit here and we're going to tell them how Caesars Sportsbook is just so easy to use that you can watch and bet thousands of sports events, even some NFL games.
They'll probably show us betting on our favourite players and teams at all the Vegas hotspots too.
Like, we have time for that montage.
I told them I couldn't do it.
They couldn't afford me. When it's time to start your business, it's time for Shopify. Designed with easy to customize themes.
14-6, Steelers with the ball. They're going to start on their own 26 when we return here.
Start your free trial today.
I love Campbell. I think Campbell is just, he's 100% in your face. He's 100% behind his players. He's a little bit too risky for me on fourth down. I like a little aggression on fourth down. He's like, I don't care. I'll go every time if I have to. So I'm not much into that, but I think he's got to get a Super Bowl under him. Can you? My hand is killing me. Can you try to stretch down a little bit or something? I think it's a change in the weather.
Move so.
Anything you can do, you can, and go hard on it because it's hurting. Yeah, I need that. It's tight. You feel how tight it is? It's like really tight.
I'm gonna be working directly with the hand therapist, so.
So okay, so keep your pressure on the wrists and come up from the tips high. Can you come from underneath like you were doing and go high?
Like that?
Yeah.
NFL Network Dublin game is brought to you by Mercedes-Benz.
Okay.
Streets of Dublin were packed all week with.
Do you need your thumb too?
No, the thumb's not the problem. It's just the fingers. Like I can't get, like I'm trying to get a really top. I don't know why, but it's trying to close on me today. You can feel it. You can feel it, right?
You could try like a warm compress.
Do we have anything?
We have a heating pad, or I can use a washcloth and make it like warm, so you can put it on it. It should release some of the pressure in your fingers.
Let's try the heating pad because I don't want the water here. Delvin. Gainwell on the run, lost a yard or two. Sorry, guys. It's just part of my life. I think the change in weather here, I mean, we dropped overnight hard. And my hand is just trying to close up on me.
He said this twice. Complementary football is what he wants to see. If one group steps up, you step up too. Play ball.
Second down here. Second down. If you plug it in back there, where we usually plug in the chair and bring it up here, I could put it right on it. That'll work. That's a good idea. Handoff again. Gainwell, nice run. He got a bunch of it back. Third down is short coming up. Yes, Dylan, I live in Maryland. Yeah, I could wrap my hand in that. Thank you, thank you. That'll work. Yeah, thank you.
Do you want it
Medium. Medium.
This up here, if it gets too hot, you can turn it down.
Okay, thank you. Bye, Sullivan. Sullivan! He just ignores me when you're hurt. He doesn't. Sullivan! He's just not even acknowledging me. Rodgers looking to throw underneath, caught and hit and tackled there. It's going to be fourth down.
He's come in for Blake Cashman, who left with a hamstring injury week.
God, I hope I can say this name. This name is so cool.
Has been a key guy for him. Yeah, and you know they struggle.
Julia Mate. Did I say that right? Welcome in. What a cool name. Here comes the punt. Oh, what a hit by Pittsburgh and dropped at the 19. When she's home, it doesn't matter. There's a flag down on the play, too.
They threw a late flag there because they call it. Yes, you're on flags all over the place today. Had that dive earlier to get the penalty on Byron Murphy.
Yeah, it's just a little too much for me, man. If it was my team, you know. But I like that he's more aggressive than most coaches. Blocking the back. They're going to move that back 10 yards.
Makes bad worse right there. Moves the ball back inside the 10.
Inside the 10 is where they're going to start. Inside the 10. When we return here momentarily. That was a heck of a play. 90 yards to go for the Vikes to try to get back in this.
Or we can look at some investment options for you.
Works for us. The right money moves aren't as absurd as you think.
I love John Madden. I miss him on the broadcast. He was so great. So great. Oh, man. Madden had no filter. Oh, come on. Let me back in here.
Existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best 5G network.
Bucket Boys. What's up, Bucket Boys?
People, they're good for squad goals.
How are we just 10 likes from 100? We got 200 people in here most of the day. Can I get 10 stupid likes to get me over 100?
Best enjoy it together. Official spirit of U.S. soccer. When this game heats up, once you stick it out, they got ice in their veins. The new era NFL Sidelines series. The official cap of the NFL Sidelines.
I know it's ridiculous to ask for those people to press a button on a computer, but it does help us. Tells YouTube we're doing a decent job. They should share some people over here. I know how much of a difference it does make. And it's a free way to support the channel if you appreciate what I'm doing here.
Dressed with 661 pounds of toppings. Finally, serve on a plateau of your choosing.
You got the game.
Get live, local, and primetime games on mobile.
All right, waiting on these commercial breaks.
The departure has been delayed.
NFL Jets. Keep the NFL in reach.
All right, here we go in an afternoon over there in Ireland.
Joe Davis, Greg Olson, Pam Oliver, Jamie Erdahl, 14-6. Steelers in front. Vikings back on offense.
Wentz back on offense, ready to go. Play action. Gets rid of it. Over Addison's head. Incomplete. Well, we're glad you're here, Manuel. Tell anybody else over there, come watch the channel, join the party.
Just because you call a deep shot off the play action doesn't mean you have to take it. Follow Mason. So he gives a little chip there. Just dump it off. Look how deep the Pittsburgh Steelers defense is on first down. Don't force it downfield. Get that ball checked down to Mason. He probably picks up the first down.
Thank you, Tim. Second down and 10. Second and 10. Draw. Gets about 6. Wow, they're going to give him 8 yards on that? How about that? That's something. Third down. Yeah, I loved Madden on play-by-play.
As far as guys that average more yards rushing per game, it's Saquon, Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, and then Jordan Mason. I mean, that's really good company over a long period of time. We've talked a few times about how happy they are to have him here in Minnesota.
116 in his first start last week. He's only got 31 today. Third and short. He's been pestered all day on third down.
Third down complete. Thielen. That seems to be his third down guy he likes to look at.
Tell you what, they bring him in for a very specific purpose. They build a little two-man stack there with Thielen and Addison. All they're doing there by putting him and Addison so close is they're just dictating the leverage of the Pittsburgh defense and letting Thielen, knowing he has an inside route, how do we build the formation to get outside leverage?
First down and 10. First and 10.
Third down pickup for the Vikings.
Handoff up the middle. Solid run. It's going to be a gain of about 8. Second and 2.
Where he was the starter the first couple of years, and then Jameer Gibbs shows up. So he was a backup at Georgia Tech as a junior and a senior. He went undrafted and buried a little bit in San Francisco.
Welcome to the clubhouse.
Welcome to the clubhouse. Ethan Sandre. Welcome, Ethan.
So we can have the same plays no matter who was in there. Jones leaves with the injury.
Play action, rolls out, dumps it out, got him again. Mason down the sideline. That's another first down up close to midfield.
Someone needs to do a study on like fast back out of the backfield. It's not even a good fake, but this play works. I'm not gonna say 100% of the time, but you just never see anyone pick up the tailback on front side.
Up beyond the 40 to about the 43.
Quarterback spins around, he gives a really bad fake, and he is wide open across the league every week. And I'll tell you what, it's just one of those plays. It seems so simple, and nobody could ever guard it.
So right in line with what Kevin O'Connor was telling us he tries to do with his quarterbacks, make it as
Under center. Single back set. Handoff. Scott. Got about 2, maybe 3. Second down coming up. Second down.
Just arrived with a month ago, 18 for 23. O'Connell doing everything he can to put him in a comfortable spot.
Yeah, I think he's looked really good through his first 2 starts here.
Coming up on 8 minutes in the third remaining.
Over half a play. Of course, he has the one pick. The ball was deflected, so kind of one of those you chalk up to just.
Howard Cosell was fun to listen to back in the day.
I think he has to continue to find that balance between wanting to push it downfield and air it out, which of course they're good at. But as we saw,
Pittsburgh a sure win. Well, we'll see. Incomplete through the hands. Addison's dropped 2 balls now.
Pittsburgh, the first 3 games were 1-7.
Third down and 8. Third down and 8. He's playing. He just hadn't had many balls thrown at him, Andres.
Defenses in the league through 3 weeks. So, again, they won't force as many of these third and pass. Of course, an area on the other side, typically it complements one another, is Minnesota offense. Third and pass like it is here.
Third and 8. Third and 8.
Depleted offensive line for the Vikings trying to protect Wentz. Pressure coming.
Pressure coming. Wentz going to try to run for it, and he'll get it. How about that? Into Pittsburgh territory.
Yeah, probably an underrated aspect of Carson Wentz is he is very mobile. Very similar to what we saw last year in this system with Sam Darnold. They're going to start everybody up. This time they bring him TJ Watt. He's the looper. He comes around the inside, and they just don't set the edge of the pocket. And even at this stage in his career, Carson Wentz is a really good athlete.
There's a lot of similarities between him and Buckle. Of course, former top hits. Like Kevin O'Connell put it, we decide that they're not any good. He's struggling early on.
First down and 10. Blitz coming. Ball goes down. It's fumbled. Vikings get it back. Wow.
First avoiding the sack, and then he got a few yards with a fumble.
So it starts with really
First down and 10 coming up here.
backside free safety.
What is it going to be now after this?
Earlier, great job there by Mason picking him up, and then it just turns into a mess in the pocket. And again, the second time now in the last couple of series, we've seen Carson Wentz get up, grimacing.
Second and 11. Play action. Fakes it. Wentz getting sacked again. What is his offensive line doing? Third down and long. Good gravy.
Exactly sure what they're doing here on the backside. They leave Watt and Benton both unblocked. Remember, School 67, he's in there now at right tackle. Brian O'Neill, the starting tackle, went out early after getting injured on field goal team. And I promise you, the play design on play action is not to leave both defensive linemen front side.
Yeah, that's not how you draw it.
I promise you that.
Third and 16. TJ Watt intercepts it. Wow.
So the third down totals today.
Wow.
2 interceptions. Setting the offense up with great field position.
That's just crazy. What's up, Tim? How you doing, Tiki man? Good to see you.
Compliments of the chef. Oh, he was so glad that he had emergency roadside service with Geico. And since they saved his bacon, he presents to you a bacon tart flambe. With thick, great look.
TJ Watt's a stud.
I'm just happy that he's happy. You're too humble, Mr. Gecko.
Glad you guys are here with me today, hanging out.
And I don't need special treatment.
Pittsburgh owning it right now. Let me go turn on the air because it's getting hot in the studio. I'll be right back.
Now that I've played in my favorite team. You want a little tailgate? Yeah. Yeah, I like to go all out. We got the big screen. Oh yeah.
In the hot tub.
I've got Royal Farms. You guys want some? Come on, don't we?
14-6 game here. Minnesota's defense got to still try to keep them in this. Pittsburgh's in field goal position right now.
You are not getting the quarterback. Keep the game going with Raven Scratch-Offs from the Maryland Lottery.
Monorail Molly, welcome in.
Instantly, or other great Ravens prizes. In Greater Baltimore, there are 2 great choices for luxury automobiles: Lexus of Towson and Len Stoller Lexus in Owings Mills.
RNK 17, welcome in.
Pre-owned Lexus selection, including
Austin, did he start the game? I've seen him in the game, RNK. I don't know if he started or not. Hasn't been a lot of passing to anybody outside of Metcalf. It's been a Metcalf kind of day.
Well, playing quarterback in the NFL is never easy. Sometimes it's really tough. And Carson Wentz is dealing with that right now. The Steelers defense with a depleted offensive line. But this is what the Steelers defense does. He had to give up some yards, but then the splash plays put him in position to win games.
First down and 10. First down and 10.
Set the offense up to the Minnesota 35.
Rodgers fumbles the ball, picks it up and throws it. Got his tight end Washington for a gain of 8.
And Doug.
They're running this little ET game. You see how they generate pass rushers, Cam Hayward, TJ Watt on those little pick stunts.
No rad. Hello, welcome in.
The quarterback is going to try to drop the ball off. Short, middle of the field check down run. You want to create, yes, you want to sack the quarterback, but if not, get people in his vision and leads to a pick.
Handoff, off tackle, Gainwell. That's going to be another first down. Ball inside the 20. Ball inside the 20.
2 takeaways. That doesn't even include the scoop and score from Jalen Ramsey that was wiped away because it's just barely out of bounds in the first half. That's a 14-6 Steelers lead.
It's kind of funny. Over we'll call it a 4-game sample size. Here we are in the second half, the week before, but the first 2 weeks, I think everyone was like, what is wrong with the Steelers defense? They're giving up 30 plus a game. They're struggling. And all of a sudden, the sacks go up, the takeaways go up, and all of a sudden you go, okay, this is why our most expensive players on the team are on the defensive side.
3:50 in the third. Pitch, Gainwell around the outside. Gain of about 6, maybe 7. Second down. Second down and 3 at the Minnesota 13.
Second and 3 for the Steelers as they work into the red zone. That has been the superpower for this offense this year. They've not had a ton of chances down here, but when they have, they've been nearly perfect. 1 for 2 today.
Under center, single back set. Handoff, Gainwell again. First down, inside the 5 to the 4. First and goal, Pittsburgh.
He's lined up at tight end here off to the left side. They got 3 big bodies there. Roderick Jones, Anderson, they got some big old dudes on the left side. And Kevin Gainwell does his best Le'Veon Bell kind of sit. That's a welcome name in the backfield for a lot of Steelers fans.
First and goal from the 4. Handoff. They blitzed and ran right past him. Touchdown, Steelers. Unless there's a flag, there's no flag.
Instead of running behind him like on the play before,
20-6, extra point pending.
running behind him. And tell you what, I am really impressed with the balance and the efficiency of this Steelers offense.
Extra point good, 21-6.
Always a secondary piece in Philadelphia. Kind of the case here to begin in Pittsburgh. The featured guy of the day takes advantage of another big play.
So the turnover from the Vikings turns into 7 points.
For the second score.
Let it snow. Let it go.
You got everybody might want to make sure that their stream is in red and watching live. Make sure you're there and watching live.
All right, listen up. This is where it all begins. Champions aren't made under the bright lights. They're won on hot, humid days. You want glory? You gotta go all.
Eli Manning there yelling at people.
Who wants a jersey?
How are we getting cars?
Toyota. Let's go places. Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're also one of America's largest.
All right, we come back. 2:23 left in the third. Minnesota will have the ball again.
I'm also motivated, man. I want everyone here to know that you too can be.
Why did that not go through?
Sure can. Marine biologist, follow your dream.
NFL quarterback.
Kind of a niche skill set, but I believe in you. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side. Jersey Mike's is now an official sponsor of the NFL.
Hold on. You're stealing my job.
I don't want to steal anything.
Lies. Eli's.
I just love
I already have my games all scheduled, Manuel.
Rated E for everyone.
Yo, that's big.
Yeah, I'm like that,
Bro, I'm telling you, the game god's looking like cheat code.
That's no cheat code, baby. That's the shield. The game is a mirror. Here's NFL data. Your play calls, your game.
Doing the Buccaneers and the Eagles at 1 o'clock. Family's doing fine, no, Red. Thank you.
Back here in Dublin and Croke Park opened in 1884. The most concerts, the most Gaelic football, college football, hurling, with sport on grass. It'd be the coolest sport I've ever seen. It's like lacrosse and field.
All right, here we go. Minnesota with it out to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. Knocked out of bounds well into Pittsburgh territory, but there is a flag down. Flags are also killing the Vikings today. Holding Minnesota. 10-yard from the spot. Hello, Reed in the tower. Welcome in.
Pittsburgh defense, it's feeling. Take a look here. They called it on 58. It was clearly at 37. Xavier Thomas just grabs him there. You see him here in the left part of your screen. I don't know about that. It just seems inevitable. Yeah, here we go. The ref just did.
All right, first down and 10 at the 18 now after the penalty. Under center, looking to throw. Down the field he goes, looking long. For Jefferson, no foul.
The six-time Pro Bowler, of course, won a Super Bowl a year ago with the Eagles. The coverage right there. Jalen Ramsey, by the way, on the other side of the field here, Greg, limping off. Yeah, he got rubbed high pretty good by Jordan Addison on the top of the screen. Carson Wentz decided to go to the bottom of the screen and throw it up there for Justin Jefferson. And Ramsey immediately goes to the bench. Not a good sign. Kind of hobbling, holding it.
2 minutes on the clock. Second and 10. Second and 10. Mason doesn't get anything. Steelers are all over that.
Let's go back and take a look at that first down shot he threw to Justin Jefferson on the right side. Here's at the top. Addison giving him a little bit of a double move, and he runs right on it. And you see that's like pretty clear. I hate to speculate injuries, but the body language and immediately pulling up, holding the back of his left leg.
ZM, welcome in. ZM, great to see you. Third down and 9. Third down and 9. Wentz gets sacked all the way back at the 8. Wow. They're going to have to punt.
Six or more at the highest rate. Here they go. They're bringing 6 again. And it's just overwhelming. A lot of backup offensive linemen. There's been a lot of moving parts all year. And
nope, not doing any baseball today. Sunday's a football day.
Right tackle against this defensive front and blitz scheme. Third down just continues to be a nightmare.
Collected at the 43. Austin running the other way. Coming around down the sideline. He's going to get knocked out of bounds about midfield. Solid return. 35 seconds remaining in the third. Yeah, and make sure you're subbed to the channel. Help us out. Next game following this, Eagles and Bucks.
49 Rams at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Prime.
That's right. Move like this now. You gotta move there.
I love how they always show cruising commercials on football games. I don't know why that is.
Best time, all the time. Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
I think Courtyard's official fan ambassador has opened a new world for me. Now we get to hang out with NFL fans all season long.
Wait, what?
I'm doing 3 football games today, yes. Consequential, welcome in. Thanks for calling the content. Who do you think wins? Eagles, Bucks. Too many things to determine in there that are undetermined right now. Can the Eagles handle can the Bucks handle the pressure of the Eagles line? Does the quarterback for the Eagles suck wind like he's done against the Bucks? That seems to be one of the teams he can't beat. Can Baker Mayfield control the clock? There's a lot of things to keep in mind. It's hard to say on that one. It's going to be a good game, I believe. I'm excited for it. Grandpa Husband, hey, Bill, welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you. Going to be a fun game. This one will dump right into that game. This game will dump right into that game.
NFL flag. Say something.
Brook Park, 1884, this place opened. Mostly soccer and Gaelic football. First hosted a football game in 1946 when American soldiers played a game here after finishing.
Brook Park, interesting. That's an old building.
Just within the last year plus, ACDC, Springsteen, Coldplay, Oasis this summer. 74,512 is officially a sellout. First NFL game in Ireland. All right, and Jamie, 21-6 game. Steelers 2-1, but kind of an inspiring 2-1. Playing their probably most well-rounded game here today.
Nice. Awesome. That's always a good thing, Grandpa. Handoff toss. Johnson, backup running back, gain of 9 inside the 40. Steelers can salt this thing away with a touchdown here.
Going for the Steelers lately.
Nice, and they continue to have big number 74, Spencer Anderson. He's reporting as eligible alongside Darnell Washington. That's two big guys right.
No, it's not allowed on my channel, Dylan. Not at all allowed on my channel. Somebody's calling a timeout here. Oh, end of the third quarter. End of the third quarter. End of the third. Steelers owning this game against the Vikes.
Go by make us statues.
Oh, come on.
Make us anime style.
Fourth quarter coming in. Uncle Mike, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, great game for the Steelers so far. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Chicken football Sunday.
We need a new fridge. This one has craft ice on demand.
More ice than me.
All kinds of ice, actually.
Gonna need a bigger bucket.
Just happens to be that way today. No, Rad. Tune in every week. It could change. I put all my schedule up there, so it's out there for people to look at well in advance for what we're doing.
It only takes a minute to make a plan. Take a minute. Make a plan. Never drive impaired.
Yeah, it's just look into my upcoming schedules. Upcoming streams. That would be the best way. There's no reason to do baseball today. Everybody's pretty much in for the most part. We'll have actual game times and who's playing when and where by the end of the day, you know. Ooh, boom. Glad you guys are here today. Fourth quarter incoming.
The lowest prices of any national grocery store.
Where did we go? Yeah, one time they ate the Titans.
It's an old thing.
All right. Same thing?
Yup. This is our year.
You know, if getting AT&T's best deal on the new iPhone 17 Pro without needing the most expensive plan taught me anything, it's that switching things out can be a good call. So how about we try something that's timeless?
Oh, yeah. Good call. Ooh. Get the all-new iPhone 17 Pro on out.
That guy with all them tattoos there.
Most expensive plan not required.
We begin the fourth quarter here in Dublin, 21-6. The Steelers in front. The touchdown and all.
Thank you, No-Red. Steelers working to put this one away with a touchdown here. Driving right now. 2nd and 1 at the Minnesota 37. Quick throw complete. Metcalf. Gain of a couple.
First half, 122 yards, included an 80-yard touchdown. The first time they've gone to him since the break.
First down and 10, though, gets the first down.
Second and short. Aaron Rodgers just looks out. One of the few reps where DK is not pressed as the single receiver and just kind of spits it out there and pick up the first down.
Rodgers now 15 on a second team today for 170. Over 130 those going to Metcalf.
Shotgun formations, single back set. Rodgers looking to throw. Gets it off underneath Austin. There's his first catch. And he's hurt. He's slow getting up.
Really fast. Mike Tomlin raving about how tough he is playing at that size. Now his fourth year in the league. As they take a look at Austin.
Austin taking a knee. He's still down. You never wish anybody to get hurt, that's for sure. $74,000 people at this game. 74,000. Do you think they're going back to Ireland next year with the Steelers again? Yep, they are. And Ireland is the choice because the owner of the Steelers family is from there, and he was an ambassador to Ireland for the U.S. for a while. It's a smart move by the NFL. It's a really smart move. Yeah, Rinser.
And help them open this door. Actually, a bookcase with a hostess named Jules and an epic spot. Make it a night where anything can happen. That MGM. Make it legendary.
And because she's a member, I now pronounce you eligible for USAA. USAA may now insure the groom. Love it. True love and great service come together.
USAA. See if you're.
Some of these commercials you got to watch. Like these guys.
NFL players arriving on game day. Well, the street detail is seriously pro level.
Is that my purse? Get great deals on the largest.
Like how they're advertising NFL guys, but all the guys playing on the screen have no logos on their stuff.
Thinking about one thing: football and queso wine sliders.
This beats the pants off of a club.
I call it Sliders Sunday. Football and queso wine. Nothing like it.
Are you Eli Manning?
Hey, Marty, I got us what's known as a luxury box. These babies don't come cheap.
Yeah, sure. What sport is this?
Oh, hot dogs.
Oh, it's back here.
Hot dogs. Two please. For you. Two buy for us.
I'd love to, because I earn unlimited 2% cash rewards with my Wells Fargo Active Cash Card.
Oh, Marty, we're on the celebrity cam.
Yeah, well, you got to pay for this somehow, so they got to have ads to pay for it. That's just life. Just part of life. All right, we come back. It's going to be 2nd and 2 at the Minnesota 25. There's a lot of good NFL ads. Some of them are bad, but there's some good ones. All right, 2nd down and 2. 2nd down and 2 for Rodgers and the Steelers.
Last week they had 5 of them, turning them into 2 touchdowns. It feels like they really need their first one today.
Yeah, the Vikings, if they don't get a turnover here, they're fried. I hate to say it. Austin is going to the locker room. Austin to the locker room. Handoff straight up the middle. First down inside the 20 to the 18.
Yeah, I think the first couple of weeks, I think negative on this offensive line and how are we going to get them better and how do they protect Rodgers a little bit better and push the ball downfield.
13 minutes in counting remaining in the game.
In the group, Roger Jones last year, 2 years ago, first round pick. Troy Otto, last year was the first round pick. Mason McCormick, Zach Frazier. I mean, 4 draft picks in the last couple drafts. They're young and talented. You just need to keep playing together.
First and 10, short run. That goes nowhere. Under 13 to play in the game. I think most of the MLB games today are at 3 o'clock, late afternoon.
So far here today through 3 quarters, Aaron Rodgers is getting the ball out of his hand faster than he has all the way back to 2016. 9 years of a guy who's known as getting the ball out quickly. You just don't have a lot of opportunities to pressure him because the ball's going to come out and beat the pressure before you can get there.
Handoff again. Short run. Huh? I'm giving it a break because it's heat, then off, then heat, then off.
15 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I was doing it 10.
He just looks out there and throws it to deep end or to one of the backs, to one of the receivers. But, it makes the defensive coordinator really start second guessing themselves. Saying, hey, after all these elaborate 5- and 6-man pressures, let's try to get some shit.
Third down and 6.
Remember, same thing we said about the Steelers. Every guy you blitz, that's one less guy in zone coverage. 16 for 18.
Rodgers is going to call timeout. Rodgers doesn't like what he sees and says timeout. Cake's yelling, go Reds. You don't think they should get rid of Darnold, huh? Well, right now it's not the quarterback that's the problem. He's had 3 drop balls that should have been first downs, and he's had no time to throw, and they've got 5 sacks against him. So I'd put it on the offensive line. Next week at London, October 12th in London, October 19th in London, November 9th in Berlin, November 16th in Madrid, Spain. There's a lot of football coming. 9:30 in the morning, Monday or Sundays, right here on my channel. Third down and 6, 3rd and 6. Rodgers pressured, throws, incomplete, no flag. Field goal opportunity coming up.
Force a field goal there, but it's going to be an uphill climb in this fourth for an offense that hadn't really done anything today.
Yeah, so it starts there. Good forcing a field goal, but at some point, this Vikings offense needs to get rolling, right? They've got to get Carson Wentz protected.
Got to play sound fundamental football. Yeah, everybody does pretty much if you want to win.
Front of the Steelers are going to continue to pressure them until this Vikings offensive line proves they can pick them up.
Field goal is good.
Don't hurt him, Cam. All dripped up. That blue iPhone 17 Pro and Verizon picked up the tab on the best 5G network. Man. No way. It's me. Handsome and hilarious. No way. No way. No. I mean, you can find her in person.
No way.
Wait, who's about the iPhone? Come on.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best 5G network.
That's real nice.
Bud Light commercial. This one's pretty funny.
Anything for Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL. Read it every day. Yo, that's dead. Dan God's looking like cheat code.
That's no cheat code, baby. That's a mirror. Years of NFL data. Your play calls, your game.
You know what? Let's get it.
11:38 in the game. Minnesota must score a touchdown this drive and rather quickly if they want to have a chance. If not, this game is done.
Good for the day. And the day off.
Just that simple. They're running out of time for the amount of scores they need. Down 18 here. They need 3 scores no matter what. That is funny. Oh my gosh. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the. Always like that John Denver song. Flowing like a breeze. Take me home. Shame how he passed away. At least he died doing something that he loved, you know? Got to give him that. He loved to fly planes. Oh, Lord, they're playing that song, Doug. That's cool that they're doing it over there, though. I got to be honest. That's cool that they're doing it over there. 5, 10, 15, 20, out to the 25, out to the 30. Andy Mary says, yep, country roads take me home. Martin Trammell, hey, buddy. Yep, good old JD, John Denver.
This is the Pittsburgh Steelers defense we're accustomed to seeing. Talk about how slow the start they had for the first 2 weeks of the season, but man, tell you what, their ability to affect the passer, their ability to really take advantage of a banged up.
First down and 10. Going under 11 minutes. Let's see how we do. Throws. Addison caught, short gain. Pittsburgh maybe go into a soft prevent and just let them go down the field. Take up some clock. They might not be worried about it.
Loving what he's seeing today. With an offensive, more efficient, more consistent, and have a little bit of explosiveness. Second down.
Handoff. Mason, first down, up past the 40.
Minnesota, get a little tempo, get up on the ball, stay out of the huddle. Now that you've picked up a first down, go fast. All right, here we go. See, they got to remember they're in the booth with us, so they can hear what we say. Just get
First and 10. First and 10.
Kessler found Jefferson in the second half. Underneath.
Throw across the middle. Got his tight end. Caught. Hawkinson. Gain of about 7. Ravens just got to stop the run. They stop the run, they'll win the game. They didn't do that against Detroit. Detroit took advantage of it. They lost. Got to play better against the run.
15th year now to his feet. Training staff will still come take a look. They've taken Jefferson away. Really, they've taken everything away. It's not necessarily the Vikings haven't gone to him. It's just they haven't been able to get anything going.
Be nice to the chefs. Yeah. They control the food.
Seward walks his way off. To go on this one. Wentz making his second start in for J.J.
Second down and 4. Second and 4.
These 2 games in Europe, probably going to be Wentz for both of those. And then you're going to have an interesting decision coming back, assuming the
headache.
Is he going to face the Eagles after returning home?
Cross the middle.
First catch of the half.
Caught. Jefferson. First down for gain of almost 20.
been struggling pass protecting with this beat-up offensive line. Anytime you get on the ball and you go with some urgency and some tempo, defensive coordinators tend to play a little bit more base. They don't get the pass rushers and the different personnel groupings on the field to attack the quarterback.
Play action. Throws it underneath, incomplete.
Trying to catch him with the running back screen. You brought up a great point, though. I think the conversation around Minnesota after last week was easy, right? You win by 1 million. Defense, you score touchdowns. Carson Wentz just has to go in and operate and run this system and play with the lead. It was easy coming into week 4, but the question was always going to be, if Carson Wentz continues to play well and they win, do they turn it back over to J.J. McCarthy? After a game where at this point you've only managed to kick a couple field goals, you start asking yourself, now that conversation.
Mariners have had a good year. We'll see what they do in the playoffs.
2nd and 7, Wentz.
2nd and 10 underneath. Hawkinson again. First down to the 23. Catcher's had an amazing year. He's impressive.
Look at the first 2 games that J.J. McCarthy played. You know, it wasn't that he didn't make some good plays. He was great down the stretch of that opener in Chicago, but it was the negatives, right? It was the sacks. It's the negative plays, the turnovers. We've seen a lot of that creep in over here week 4.
1st and 10, go to throw. Underneath, caught again. Hawkinson inside the 20. Down to the 17, 2nd and 4. Might just be a little too late.
Just about having watched Carson Wentz, and he felt like it could be kind of a light bulb moment for him to get to step back and watch the game unfold. Of course, you don't want to be hurt, but maybe it becomes a blessing in disguise for him to get this perspective.
Sometimes that perspective, now he got it a lot last year, but as Kevin O'Connell said, he's like, the difference with last year was he was learning, but he couldn't get any of the physical reps. So he's like, we got to get him back healthy that he could get some reps in practice.
Play action, rolling right, throws. Oh, he was looking for Oliver, his other tight end, and underthrew him. 3rd down and 4 coming up. 3rd down and 4. Two down territory here, I believe.
As you just said, he gets his feet back under him and gets some live reps within this offense.
The feet, the thing that Kevin O'Connell talks about is something first for every quarterback, and especially for him, comes and goes still at this stage of his career. 3rd down and 4, must-score drive here for the Vikings. Running out of time, down 3 scores.
Shotgun. Wentz. End zone. Is it caught? I'm waiting for confirmation. Scott, touchdown.
Clap your hands!
That angle, it looks like he did. It's a great picture right there. Yep. Yeah, I think he's in. I think.
Oh, nice toe tap.
That you can see between his white cleat. Let's see, does his heel stay up? I mean, my eyes are going. You tell me. To me, that looks like a touchdown.
I'm with you. But I think with a call being touchdown, here's
this could be a great picture there. Yeah, so yeah, that right heel never goes down in the white. Again, to see a running back. You go for 2.
What a great catch. They're going to go for 2.
Has a lot of benefits.
2-point conversion coming up here. Trying to get it to 10. Wentz looks left, throws.
2-point conversion, caught.
They convert the 2-point conversion.
Naylor on the 2-point conversion. 10-point game here. They'd have to have a quick 3 and out. Very quick. Hey, we're 11 subs from 650. If you haven't hit it yet, help us out. Let's try to get as close to 650 on this stream as we can before we go directly into Eagles versus Buccaneers.
Gillette Labs ain't a miracle, but it sure as heck ain't my old razor. It's Gillette's best shave. And with up to 30 shaves per cartridge, I'm spending less. It's ultra sharp blades.
At least there's some life, but I think Pittsburgh kind of let them go down let them get down there. You know, they were just trying to kill time. We'll see if they come out and keep attacking. Oh.
Experience 24/7 NFL coverage on Sirius XM NFL Radio with inside access all year long. Get the entire NFL.
Mike Wazowski. Hello, Mike. Welcome in. Go Buccaneers. We'll have them next. We will have them next. Need to open up that stream.
Have what she's having. What he's having. Get that third round of breadsticks. Go for a hot take on our new spicy green meat sauce. You know, throw some spaghetti at the wall. See what sticks. And try it all with our never-ending first course. Never-ending pasta bowl. Starting at $13.99. That for a limited time.
NFL international games roll on to one. So tune into NFL Network early because here our stars come out in the morning. Check us in at the Vikings TD.
All right, got that set up over there.
Face off against Miles Garrett and the Bucs. It's Sunday morning football.
Good to see you, Mike. Hope you've been doing well, buddy. Rinser says, fire up the cannon. Purple people eaters level of defenses. That's a great comment. Great comment, Phil. I'd love to go fishing today. Fishing is an incredible hobby.
First NFL game in Dublin. Here comes Riker. Sends it up there to Kenneth Gainwell.
Gainwell takes it at the 20, 25, out to the 30, tackled there at the 35. Here comes Rodgers and the Steelers.
The motion of Justin Jefferson. Look at all the confusion. They want to get some of this. You got to go in motion, go in motion. But right now, he knows that Pierre in the corner is going to fall off. Watch him purposely, throw this ball on the back inside shoulder of Jalen Naylor. That's as good of an anticipatory throw as you can make. They needed that 2-point game. Now it's a touchdown and a field goal.
All right, here we go. First down and 10.
The Steelers offense has not run the ball well this year. Tries to grind some clock.
Rodgers handoff. Gainwell with a gain of 10. First down out to the 45. How, when you know they're going to run the ball, do you not stop it? Big run there, first down.
Gainwell's done a nice job. Remember, Jalen Warren, starting running back, kind of a late scratch.
You go 3 times a week, Mike. Nice.
Yesterday or 2 days ago, he sounded pretty confident that Warren was going to be able to go. Woke up this morning not feeling great, so holding him out out of caution. And tell you what, Kenneth Gainwell's done a really nice job fitting in. They've gone to these big jumbo packages again.
First down and 10.
And just continue to run the ball at this Vikings front.
Kick it to him here.
Play action. Go look at the throw. Caught. First down. Now second down and 3.
First 3 games, 55 yards total. Today he's got 72. He's also got 30 through the air. The Steelers came into the game. The offense not pretty.
6 minutes and a half and counting. 6.5 and counting.
They get Metcalf involved early. That felt like the big deal. They finally hit some big plays to their big target. The offense is probably its most well-rounded game. I know some bursts that we've seen in the first few weeks, but the most consistent game throughout today. Rodgers right at the center of that. 17-20.
Handoff right there. Gainwell. I think he got it. First down. Nope, they're going to mark him short. 3rd and 1. Marking him short. 3rd and 1.
So check this out. Watch Ben Skowronek. They're going to run counter where he motions and becomes the second puller. And now he's blocking like defensive ends. He's blocking linebackers. Grenard, I mean, that's one of the premier edge players in the entire league. And here you have, you're an 11 personnel, one of your wide receivers looks like a little tush push. Yeah, Rodgers just stood in the back. Rodgers said, I'm not taking it part in the tush push. I'm going to stand back in victory formation and just watch it now. I think they're going to.
Now we got flags all over the place.
DK Metcalf's getting in. I think there's going to be a second. This is going to be interesting. I wonder if they're going to call 2 personal fouls on Dallas Turner, because when DK Metcalf came in, I think Turner might have punched him in the face. Wow. Let's get you thrown out of the game. Yeah, so let's take a look here.
Let's see what's going on here. Welcome in, SGA.
Rodgers, like, I'm staying away from the front. I'm 10 yards behind, just signaling first down.
Says, I'm going to leave the tush push to Jalen Hurts. Yeah, they got fighting to you brutes in there.
Jonathan Grenard looking a little bit like a guilty party, too. You think he's getting the ball? He has that stance. Yeah. That's like, hey, you guys got this. I'm just going to signal first down on my hands on my hips.
Great form. Great hands on hips.
Here. Defense, number 15. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Automatic first down. They're in Dublin, Ireland. It's the stadium over there. It's on the thumbnail, Mike. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head.
You see right here, kind of slaps DK Metcalf in the face. There was an earlier flag, though.
See, I don't agree with that. Metcalf had a hold of his face mask, yanking it, and the guy slapped him, and they give it to the guy that slapped him. I don't agree with that. If it's not a double penalty, then there should be no penalty. You don't just give it to one.
They just can't stop Pittsburgh from getting down here into the red zone.
This is all different than you usually expect.
Inside the 29 now. Coming up on 5 minutes. Here's another run by Gainwell inside the 10.
Over 90 yards on the day in this surprise start for the first-year Steeler.
And Isaac Samalo, he has done such a good job. They use him.
Great run.
This time, it's just enough of Metellus there for a safety spot. Tell you what, I don't know if any of us thought.
First and goal. Yeah, but she was right there, Phil. She's standing right at it, yelling at Metcalf to let his thing go, let the helmet go, and then he retaliates on Metcalf, and they give it to him. That's why I don't agree with it. Handoff, off tackle again, Gainwell. It's either a flag on both or no flag at all. You can't just give it to one of them. I just said the same thing if they just gave it to Metcalf and the other guy smacked him. You just, got to play smart. Got to call it right, accurately.
Team starting to smell 3-1.
Vikings timeout. Bill, Rodgers made a really nice throw to Metcalf for a huge touchdown. Rodgers has played well. He's played well today for them.
It's so easy to see these big bodies guys and just put him at X receiver, meaning he's the on-ball backside receiver, and he has so much versatility in his route tree. He's big, he's physical. They've aligned him in cut splits. They've aligned him outside the numbers. They've aligned him as the 2 receiver, 3 receiver. I think they're going to continue to evolve this offense as Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf get more and working with one another. But this is a really good sign of things to come for Pittsburgh.
There's 4:20 to go. Hayward in there as a fullback. Johnson.
Play action. Look at the throw. End zone. Incomplete. Looking for Skoranek. He had him. He got out too far. 3rd and goal with 4:17.
Minnesota could pull it off here and keep it a 2-score game.
Yes, Skoranek runs a nice route. I think Rodgers just knows he missed one. Listen, we showed the casual Aaron Rodgers on the tush push, just get the old casual first down. But I'll tell you what.
Trips to the right. 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Trips to the right. Here's your snap. Underneath, caught. Gainwell. 4th and goal from the 2. Are they going to go? Rodgers told the defense, these special teams to stay off the field. He's got it.
With just over 4 minutes, how many times do you think Minnesota can possess the ball in order to come back from behind?
Now Rodgers is yelling at the coach because they're going to kick. They're going to call a timeout now. Rodgers is ticked.
You can see the offense, Rodgers, everyone, they're fighting to stay on the field. I don't know if they can make up their mind. They originally kept the field goal unit off. Then they called them on.
Now they are bringing the field goal unit back on.
It's won this battle with Mike Tomlin because they're staying on the field.
I'll be calling some of the Guardians games in the playoffs right here for sure. Now Rodgers is going to come back out. 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. Man, it would suck if you threw an interception for a touchdown right here. Handoff up the middle. They didn't get it. They're stopped at the 1. They're stopped at the 1. Hello, Steve Browning. Getting ready to come home. We'll travel safe, bud. Looks like you had a good time. Vikings will have the ball on the 1.
I think you put the ball in Rodgers' hand there. Give him an opportunity to go scramble drill. He's been one of the best over his career at that, down in the red zone. Just a simple handoff. As well as you've been running the ball, it just doesn't give you a lot of second options if you don't get the perfect look. And trying to reach, it's marked down. But like you said, this is worst case scenario now. And I don't think if you're Pittsburgh, you mind. You got to
Rodgers is over screaming at the offensive coordinator right now, screaming at the guy. Pittsburgh sending a blitz. Mason out for a couple yards.
5 yards to the 6. This is where you'd love one of those big play superstar receivers to break one off. And Jefferson and Addison. Jefferson had a huge first half. Only 1 catch in the second half. And in Addison's first game of the season, 3 catches total.
2nd down and 4. 2nd and 4.
3:40 left. Steelers bringing pressure. Wentz.
Underneath Wentz. Caught. Jefferson out to the 18, 19-yard line. 1st down.
Eccles starting because Porter continues to deal with a hamstring issue. The Steelers defense having this big game that they're having, even with the injuries they've continued to deal with. No Porter today. Still no Alex Highsmith. They've had Slay leave at one point.
He was screaming at the coach.
Now it looks like Eccles, who's having a big impact in his first year with the Steelers, is going to have to leave as well.
You see Eccles, he goes down. He's guarding Jalen Naylor in the slot and just goes down in coverage. We saw Jalen Ramsey pull up earlier.
Eccles is in a lot of pain right here. Hey, before you roll out, hit that subscribe. If you stay through the game, it's going to dump you right into my Eagles-Bucks broadcast. I'm doing that at 1 o'clock. Drop you right into there as soon as we're done.
Don't wait. Visit NFL.com.
We've already got 12 people over there waiting for us.
Resources and learn how to reduce your cancer risks.
Trying to get up to 650 before we go over to that game. We need 11 subs. 11 people that like what we're doing and want to come back and watch in the future.
So they've got to do the best they can to get moving here, save that timeout, and if they can, get their first score on the plus side of the 2-minute, at least gives them a hope of getting the ball back in the event they don't get an onside kick. So
when you say that, you mean hurry down there and kick a field goal?
I consider it, depending on the down and distance. Obviously, if you can come away with a touchdown here, that's the goal. But if you get it to...
All right, here we go. 1st down and 10. Looking to throw.
Doesn't kill you.
Got time. Down the field he goes. Wide open. Inside the 5. Addison on the catch. Oh, my God. Ravens play at 4 o'clock, Steve. Addison all the way down. Wow. Handoff, nothing. Tiger Lair, welcome in. Always take the points. Bad move by Pitt. Good point. They better hurry up. Shotgun, look at the throw. Gets it off. Incomplete. He was looking for Naylor.
The touchdown-saving tackle has killed off 45 seconds and added 3 plays. Tell what, man, it's those hidden effort plays in a game that you just never know when they're going to come. Really impressive by the young linebacker. And now this sets up a really critical moment. I think, yes.
3rd down.
2 downs. You can't guarantee that you're going to get this close to score a touchdown, even if you do somehow get the ball back and get another possession. 3rd down an issue all day for the Vikings.
Play action. Throws. Incomplete. 4th down. You got to go for it here. Got to get the touchdown. You're on the dag 1 yard line or 2 yard line. You got to get it in there. Hasn't gone to his number 1 wide receiver yet, trying to get in the end zone. That's incredible. 2:13 on the clock. Play action. Touchdown, Naylor. They got it.
Clap your
Extra point away from being a field goal game. Wow.
For Wentz, and look, he starts over here, and he's going to just find his way back to the front side of this play action and just come right out the front side, right in front of Carson Wentz.
For his first touchdown of the season, 2 touchdowns in his 4th quarter for the Vikings from down 24-6.
Extra point's good. I was worried. Is it going to be blocked? Had so many blocks lately. 2:08 left. Minnesota only has 1 timeout, though. They got 1 timeout and the 2-minute warning. Do they take an onside kick is the question.
Yes, you ended up giving up a touchdown, but now you're only going to run 1 play, most likely take it to the 2-minute warning, and then Minnesota can use their last remaining timeout, and then the subsequent plays, the clock's going to continue to roll. If Wilson doesn't make that effort, he doesn't make that effort to force them to snap the ball 3 more times, he would have been able to kind of keep this possession, assuming they don't get an onside kick here of the Steelers, all on the plus side.
Be something they got an onside kick. I would change the game real quick.
Has been winning close games under Kevin O'Connell. 7 consecutive wins in 1-score games. This one a little bit different in that they've fought their way back to make it a 1-score game. They're trying to pull off a miracle win way back here in the 4th quarter.
Don't forget, we're doing Tampa Bay and Eagles on this channel. Separate stream, top of the hour. Tampa Bay Eagles. Top of the hour. Big game in the early season.
The ultimate hope here for the Vikings is that you recover the kick. The odds of that have really gone down in the last couple years with the new kickoff rule. So even if Pittsburgh recovers the ball. First down. You got 2-minute warning. You got a timeout. You got a shot.
Riker hits it. And whistle.
What's the whistle?
Looks like a timeout taken by the Steelers there.
Timeout Steelers. Timeout Steelers.
So one left on both sides. Hey, kick off your weekdays with the crew on Good Morning Football. Jamie Erdahl right at the front. Football's favorite morning show breaks down every trend.
7,000 views on this stream. That's a great views. Picked up some nice subscribers today. Thank you. Thank you to the moderators for all your help today. Thank you to the members for your support. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Thank you for the Ninja Watchers. It takes it all to pull together a great stream.
Mike Tomlin saying, I'll tell you in just a second if we can recover this onside kick. I'm living better than you, too. So Riker got kind of a practice right there. He's rolling down with the timeout. Here we go. Try it again.
Covered up by Pittsburgh. They've got it. 2:07 on the clock. So it can get stopped at the 2-minute warning and stopped with the 1 timeout.
You just never know. I mean, you see crazy things happen all the time in the league. Nice job there by Roman Wilson, the little sidewinder spinner. Can't tell you how stressful that play is. I've lined up on my fair share of hands teams over the years, Joe. And I tell you what, I'll go across the middle all day, every day. The anxiety of standing there as that ball's coming at you is
Under center, Rodgers.
the ball's going to do, especially nowadays. 49-yard line.
Handoff right up the middle. Gain of about 5. That'll be the 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning.
First down here of any sort, that will be the game. Appreciate you all being here today. If it has been your first time, thank you for taking the time to click the button and give us a chance. Hopefully you've liked what we do and how we do it. We have a lot of fun over here. We're going to have fun the balance of the day. We're doing Tampa Bay and the Eagles, and we'll take a quick break. And I've got a great Disney interview show that we do every Sunday that I'm very proud of. And then I'll come back at it at 8 o'clock when we got the Cowboys and the Packers. We're working our way to 40,000 subscribers. Never thought in my wildest dreams of hitting 40K. And man, I can see it now. We're 360 away, not that far in the big picture. And then late night stream with Insomniacs. It's my late night hangout, 11:30, 12 o'clock at night to finish out the weekend or to kickstart your next weekend. You know, whatever it is, whether you're in the shower getting up ready for work in the UK or you're finishing up late night with us, or heck, maybe it's lunchtime over in Australia. We're glad that you'll be finishing out the day or starting your day or having some brunch with us tonight. Late night Insomniacs. So, gonna be fun. We got a lot going on the stream today. Now we're just waiting on the commercial break here. First down and it's over. And your Steelers will get a win. And Doug can tell Steve that I said all nice things about the Steelers. All day. Dun, 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 dun.
Who's ready to see some tasty touchdowns? It's crunch time.
How much were these guys paid for cereal commercials?
Ooh, hands like honey. Nothing lucky about that catch. Justin just left him in his finna dust. Now that's one tasty touchdown.
Up, they're singing the song. Hands. I think they do that at the Steeler game too. Every day of the week, no red. Touching you. Sweet Caroline. All right, here we go. Under center, Rodgers. Single back set behind him. One timeout for the Vikings. They need a stand to have a chance. Handoff up the middle. Bounces it back. Gainwell still battling. He doesn't get it. There's the timeout with 1:52 on the clock. And a third down and about one, maybe? One and a half. What's up, Helen Wheels? Welcome in. We're doing the Steelers a bunch this year, Helen. If you like how we do it, hit us up with a follow. Third down and one. There is a timeout.
This is 4-down territory. So take a look. I mean, he's dead to rights in the backfield. Wilson's got him. He just can't bring it down. Couple bad angles and third short.
I feel like you should have a shirt that you wear all the time that says 4-down territory.
Wow, this is a no-brainer. I mean, if you don't, you got two. With the way they've run the ball, you've got 2 downs. They're going jumbo personnel.
Phil says stuff them. Third down and one. Ball game on the line.
To get a yard, and Minnesota doesn't get the ball back.
All right, so they've used their last time out at minute 52. Pittsburgh trying to seal the deal. And now timeout, their last.
Timeout, Pittsburgh.
The Vikings keeping their hopes alive in this game. We're saying at the start of the last drive, you need a big play. You need one of those guys, Addison or Jefferson, to hit it, and they did with Addison. What happened, though, for the Steelers?
Yeah, so they're in quarters coverage on this side, and this is cover 2 over here. And for whatever reason, Chuck Clark and Darius Slay, they both just sit flat-footed. There's no one else even on their side of the field outside of, just a little check down there by Naylor. So I'm not exactly sure why in that situation you're not playing top down, everything in front of me, and they throw it short, just rally tackle and keep the clock moving.
Here we go. Third and one. Handoff up the middle. He did not get it. Fourth down and one.
They can run it down to about a minute 10 here.
And remember, no one has any more timeouts. So Pittsburgh can't even take their time here to think about it. Play clock's running, so they got to make a decision.
What are they going to do?
One play to ice it.
Waiting for them to make the play. Here we go. Looks like they're going. Ball game on the line.
I'm not even considering it.
Hustling up to the line.
This feels like no time.
They're going to let it run out. They took a delay of game and they're punting.
It's a no-brainer. Minnesota, you get a half a yard, and the Minnesota Vikings never
wow.
the ball ever again. On a day where you're averaging 5 yards a carry. I know you can't let the third and short play.
Man, can you imagine if this is blocked? With all the blocks we've had in the league lately? What's up, BNB? Welcome in. Had some big plays by Minnesota. Here comes Waltman with the punt. He's a good punter. Looks like it's going to be a touchback. Minnesota going to get it on the 20.
So the Vikings
1:01 on the clock. Minnesota would need what? 40 yards at least to get it. What's up, FF2 Pro? Hey, if you guys are new, hit me up with a follow. I do 100 NFL games a year. All your primetime games. Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night. Do these 9 a.m. in the morning games. We do 100 games a year. Hit me up with a follow today. Help me out. Trying to build a great community over here. Here comes Wentz. He's got to go down the field. He's got no choice. He needs 40 yards. Shotgun, going to throw. Pressure coming. Gets it off. Is it intercepted? Intercepted. That's going to put it away. Steelers are going to have it. He caught it twice. Let's make sure. They're going to review it. Let's see. Let's go back. Let me see if he got 2 in.
It's hard to see. It's less.
You got to slow it down. 1. They might give it to him.
And again, the call on the field is that this is a good pick. Haven't seen anything yet to overrule that.
I mean, from everything we've seen, he has full possession of that ball. I see nothing to suggest he double catches that ball. Because depending on when they say he gets it, that left foot's on the ground.
Oh! Ruled incomplete. Ruling is incomplete. Minnesota ball still.
The right foot was already off the ground, so they can marry those two images together, and that last angle that we just got showed pretty.
Wow. 58 seconds on the game clock.
Mike Pereira, what do you think?
Yeah, we actually thought incomplete right off the bat with the line speed. You could see there was a clear bobble. And
that's the correct call. I hate to say it. Correct call.
And then the great job that says, no, he didn't have to go.
All right, so it's just an incomplete pass. 58 seconds.
58 seconds still on the clock. Wentz down the field. Incomplete, the flag down. Holding against Pittsburgh. That'll give them a first down. Hit that subscribe if you haven't done it yet. We got 300 watching. Going from this game, we're going immediately into Tampa Bay and the Eagles. This stream will take you there. Yeah, it is.
I think if he doesn't grab him, he's going to run right by him. And lucky that wasn't a big completion. I don't think Minnesota needs to force the ball here outside the numbers. On the last 2 plays, the Steelers defense really left the middle.
Homero Flores, welcome in. He says the Steelers got this.
Play here is more important than trying to get out of bounds.
Well, again, last week, Riker hit from 6
from the 25.
44 for that.
Pressure coming. Wentz stays up. Now he gets sacked. And we got a flag down again. Offsides defense. 5 yards. Replay first down. David, welcome in. Good to see you again. We are 8 subs from 650. 8 away. 48 seconds on the clock.
When you're really just worried about bleeding the clock, actually doesn't kill you, right? So they've given up 10 yards on the last 2 plays, but you've ticked off a lot of time off the clock. So
got to get to midfield on this play to have a chance. 1st and 5. Got to try to hit one of his big receivers. Shotgun. Goes across the middle. Caught. Out of bounds. First down. He goes to Scott. 43 seconds. Nice little play.
Kicker comes on the field to send this thing to overtime.
This is the Riker did last week, the control conditions.
Welcome to the clubhouse. Welcome to the clubhouse. Homero Flores. Thank you for subbing. Appreciate you.
So you get our first game in Ireland. We still get extra football. This is so good. 43 seconds.
43 seconds on the clock.
TJ Watt now lined up on the right tackle, not the left like usual.
Wentz throws it away. Incomplete. Could it be grounding? John Doolin, welcome in. Hey, hello, Mr. Friend. Hello, Mr. Friend.
Wentz doesn't even see him.
Intentional grounding, 2nd and 28 coming up.
Sack of the day for Pittsburgh, the biggest one yet.
27 seconds now on the clock. Wow. They got to get a chunk play down the field. Pittsburgh's defense stepping up right here. Don't forget, when this game ends, we will drop you right into the other stream. You can hang with us for Tampa Bay and Philadelphia. Second and forever. Second in Minnesota. Underneath, Hawkinson. Big run. They got to hurry up and they get up to the line. They stop it. They got one play. It's 4th and 13 to get a first down.
So it is 4th down and 13 coming here with 14 seconds. Showtime. First order of business, you got to get a first down.
You got to get first down and you got to get out of bounds. At 14 seconds, needing this many yards, it's just you don't have enough time to complete anything in bounds and run. So this ball has to be thrown at or pass the first down marker. And you got to get out of bounds. This is going to snap. You're going to be contact here.
And they got to delay a game. It was as if they weren't thinking at all about the play clock. The flag is up and down.
Wow, delay a game. Minnesota just lost 5 yards. What are they doing? That's not smart play.
They almost treat it like they call timeout. That play clock, it's going to snap right back, and they just keep going backwards.
14 seconds. 4th and 18.
4th and 18.
Everything, if you're Pittsburgh, everything underneath, short, inside the numbers.
Wentz. Knockdown. Incomplete. Steelers win this one. Steelers win. Congratulations, Steelers. Nice game. We're heading over. We're going to end this one and head over to Philadelphia. Come back and hang out with us. We'll see you then.